All right. I'm not sure if I have this all set up right or not. I think I do. It's been a little bit since I've done like an IRL stream, so I kind of feel like kind of crap. I also am like slightly drunk. No, I wouldn't say drunk actually. Drunk's a inappropriate way of phrasing it. I've drank a bit, right? I'm just ever so slightly towards tipsy. But tonight we'll be doing the spooky scaries. So let's see how that goes. I just need to get my bot account actually hooked up because I am small brain and forgot to do that. I messaged a few people. We do have a few guests joining us tonight. My name is Trash, if you don't already know. I'm wearing kind of a weird outfit. I feel like I should like do up the sweater more so it actually looks a little better. It's like a really weird like double sweater or double zipper sweater that doesn't actually go all the way down. It only goes to like just past the nips. But you know, ippy would it be. Tonight we'll be talking about creepy shit though. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. I do have a couple of guests that are willing to join us tonight. My buddy Ghost, if he ends up being free, should be joining us. I did message him. Like, I have his phone number. I actually texted him and was like, bro, you gotta join. We've got Rasks joining us, and we might have a couple other people joining us as well. I just have to make sure that I am smart enough to, well, number one, start the timer. Oh god, that's not gonna work too well. Hold up. So starting the timer actually turns off my thing. So let me go into SnapCam real quick and fix that. Which one is it that we use? Hold on, does this actually work? Yo, this might actually. No, the blurriness doesn't look good. Let me find which one it was that I used for that. It's not that one. Actually, hold up. Now it should work because if I click on this,
Your holiday playlist
now things should be fine. I think we're okay. I think. I see a timer up there, and I see my actual like proper color thing. Ah, shit. I did not mean to turn off my subtitles. Son of a bitch. What are the chances? Okay. We're scuffed as always.
Oh,
Alright.
thanks for the follow, Kohai.
Mickey, thank you. I do appreciate it. Anytime I get to hear Shuki's voice pop up on my stream, I get pretty happy. So, let me quickly go and grab a invite link to my Discord to send to people. Generate a new link. Why did it not? Use copy button. Alright, whatever. Oh, it's because I'm in whatever mode. Just gotta let them know I'm in the streaming channel. Alright, that should be good enough. I think it should be. But yeah, we'll be talking about spooky, scary stuff tonight. Got a few people, so let's go and join Rasks, because they're currently in our voice channel. So let's go say hi to them.
Hello, hello. My name is Rask.
Oh, hello, my friend. Hello.
Good night, first of all.
How you doing? How you doing tonight?
Fine, I'm fine, thank you.
That's
How about
that's good. I'm a little intoxicated. I've drank a little bit. I haven't ate yet today, and I'm super freaking hungry. But you know, that's life. We just kind of vibing, you know. So we've got the spooky, scary stream this evening. You know what? I should like turn my microphone so it says Rock Band facing the screen so people can actually see it. That'd be funny as all hell. Also, why is my subtitles in front of my animated bar? There, now they should be hidden behind it. That looks a little better.
Before we continue, I wanna confirm something. It's
Oh
my
man,
audio doing right?
your
Do you
audio
hear me
sounds
okay?
great to me. Sounds fine to me.
Okay. Thank you. It's just that I was a little bit worried about that because my connection, you know?
Yeah, you don't want to sound like a robot. That makes perfect
Yeah.
sense. So there might be a couple people that end up joining us this evening. My buddy Ghost,
Okay.
I texted him. Still haven't gotten a message back. He might be joining us. I know that there is another friend off of Twitter, another VTuber that might be joining us. And other than that, my buddy Ketter often hops in. Also, Rel sometimes stops by if he feels like it. Rel is one of my Twitch mods. He's also one of my Discord mods. So oftentimes he'll be like, yo, I'm here to shitpost in your live stream. And I'm like, all right, I'm down for this. So, but yeah, hopefully you've been having a good day though, my dude.
I'm a little bit nervous about this, you know?
You're nervous.
Yeah.
All right.
I
Well, hold
know.
on.
I
You
have
can't
been
be
doing
nervous. You
I
just
have been
gotta
doing
be.
a little bit of streams before and things like that, but it's one of my first times doing a collab, you know?
Well, that's fair. That's fair. Well, to everyone in chat, this right here is the person that we're hanging out with right now. I believe that's what. Yeah. How come you're?
Yeah,
I am
it
a
is.
little confused as to why your name is different on Twitter, though. Come on, man. Consistency.
Nah, it's just something that I forgot to change. Nah,
It's
I will
all
let it
good.
be.
Nah, I just like messing with people. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah. So, but you said that you have some spooky, scary stories. So, do
Yeah,
you mind, without getting into any specific details, because you probably shouldn't give into specific details about it. But do you mind giving us a little bit of background on who you are? That way, people know who we're talking with, and
okay. Well, as I said, I'm Rasks. I'm a world traveler, or well, that's what I'm planning to be.
Okay.
Um, I'm a newbie about all and everything in internet. What else I can say? I'm a
Okay.
chef too, and things like that. I'm not just to not be that specific. I can say that that is all.
Cool. Also, Toxic. Yes, Saturdays are our IRL streams where we talk about spooky, scary shit. So, I mean, if you've got any scary shit you want to talk about, like any supernatural stuff, paranormal encounters, you are welcome to join us as well. And Frosted Fricks, my mans. How's it going, brother? So, Rasks, I need to hear what kind of stories you have, because you told me, right? Because that's how you and I actually got connected.
Yeah.
It was
I
on
have
Twitter.
a lot of stories.
Yeah, because you're from where, did you say? Cambodia?
I'm right now I'm living in Mexico
You're living
because
in
I
Mexico.
started my travels here.
Ah, okay. So, where are you from originally? Is it from Mexico or is it somewhere else?
Should I tell you the lore of
Well, you don't need to
my
give us your whole
character or
backstory, but you got all
okay?
sorts of like background stuffs, right? Like you
Um,
travel, you got things going on.
yeah, I'm just from another world. Just say that. When I
That
do
is fair.
my debut, I'll say everything.
Okay. Also, I said Cambodia. I was thinking of someone else. I don't know why I said that. I'm very small brain. Don't mind me.
Okay, no worries.
But
I'm the
so
same
from
too.
yeah, my brain just mixes up too many things, especially when I've drank a little bit tonight and haven't ate yet today. So I am getting a bit peckish, but it be what it be. So you've got supernatural encounters, you say, right? Or are they like
Yeah.
paranormal, supernatural, alien? Like what would you define it as?
um, super paranormal. You know, it's well. The stories I'm gonna tell are a little bit weird, cause here in Mexico there are a lot of legends and things like that that are very interesting. You know, like
Yeah,
do you know what a Nahuatl is?
Noalides. I don't know what that.
Nahuatl, only Nahuatl. It's like a witch that transformed it into an animal or something like that.
So
It
similar to like a Native American, like skinwalker.
Yeah, something like that. But
Okay.
the witches here, it's supposed to be that they can transform in any type of animal after doing the ritual that they need to do.
Hmm.
The first
So are you saying
story,
that you've
I
come in contact with
yeah yeah
them?
yeah, I saw one once before. It was a little bit well amazing and scary. I'm gonna start telling the story right now, and before I start, I need to do some context for everyone to understand.
Okay.
First, the story I'm gonna tell will be in a village. I won't say where, but it's a little village where my grandparents are living right now.
Okay.
It happened like 10 years ago. I was with my family, I visited my grandpa's, and yes, everything was normal that day. We were having a little chat, and then my grandpa said that in the village something weird was happening. Some of the friends of my grandpa were telling him that which were living there and they needed to get rid of her. I was like, "You're gonna kill a woman? But why?" Because I was a little bit too young.
Yeah. Of course, you just don't think about the
Yeah.
reasoning. You think it's a person. Yeah.
hmm When the night got here, well, when the night fell down, my grandpa, my father, and some friends, including my uncles, went to there and go hunting for the witch. They went. We went really, and then how do you say? We started searching for her. Something weird happened there because we saw some cats' dead bodies and dogs too. Then, sorry if I'm a little bit slow talking
No,
the
it's
story
okay.
because
It's
I'm
okay.
nervous.
No worries. No worries.
Thank you, thank you. Well, we got to the house of the witch. Okay. When we got there, we saw all the blood and some dishes that were full of blood, like she was eating soup of blood. Sorry.
So she was doing like rituals or something, or do you
Yeah,
think she was eating like was
riddle.
it
She
animals,
was
people? Like what are you
eating
thinking?
animals and was doing a riddle.
Okay.
When my grandpa, who was the one entering the house first, saw everything in there, he said to all of us to wait outside and to see if there wasn't something more there in the street. So I came back to my house and didn't know anything that happened at night because, well, I was a little bit too young, you know.
Yeah, of
So
course.
I was scared as well, a lot. I can say
Mm-hmm.
that I was scared a lot. When the morning came, my father told me that my grandpa and one of my uncles killed the witch, but it happened that the witch was a cat, don't, if I'm not wrong, and they had to kill her real body and the cat. I don't know how to explain it in English. How does
Okay.
an owl work? But it's something really, really, really weird and something really horrible
So
because
would
the
you
witch
say
has
that?
to change souls and things like that.
Okay. So I'm gonna try and piece together what I've gathered in that. So needed to kill her more than just her body, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Like her true form or something?
hmm Her body
Okay.
was the
Okay.
original form, but when she put her soul into the cat, they had to kill both the cat and her body.
Okay. Okay. Also, Green Leader, thank you for stopping by stream. We are currently listening to Rask's story of Rask, like Rasks. His story of when he was younger and a witch that his family ended up needing to kill. So, because every Saturday it's our supernatural streams. So, supernatural, paranormal, aliens, cryptids, whatever it might be, Bigfoot encounters, whatever. Right, we're into that. Okay, so they killed her. They killed the cat. Was there more to this, or was there any like consequences to that, or curses or anything, or was it just what it was?
I don't remember if there was a curse or something, but I think it wasn't anything more because my grandpa didn't suffer anything else after that, and my family and I were okay. So I
Well,
think
that's good.
that witch was just starting
Yeah.
in the witchery.
Yeah, not something that you really want around. Okay.
Yeah,
That's really freaky though, man. Like,
yeah.
especially like they brought you along for that.
Just at the beginning because I was really curious about seeing a real witch in real life.
I mean, I guess that's
Well,
fair.
yeah,
Yeah. See, witches down. Because you said this is in Mexico that happened, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So like, I think witches down in Mexico are a very different type of witch than like pagan type witches, right? It's more of like dark stuff, right? Because the girl that I'm seeing right now, she is a eclectic. I don't know. I don't know how to properly pronounce it. I'm a very small-brained individual.
Me
All right.
neither.
She's not Wiccan. All right, but it's a different branch off of paganism. All right, which is like the
Yeah.
European witches. And
There's
it's a
a
very
lot of
different type of witch.
Different types of witches and things like that. From my grandpa
So like,
that
I
yeah,
practice
continue.
a lot of supernatural stuff myself.
Aw.
Ghost.
You wanna be
No,
my son?
ghost.
Time for spooky time. Driving home,
You-
so pardon any quiet periods from me. Podcast mode on.
Ghost, you butthead, you weren't supposed to sub. Oh no. Thank you for the 21 months. Homie, I don't get any of the money this month. Anything from January 1st until the 15th, I don't get any of that money. Because I'm ending my contract. I actually don't get any of that money, dude. I'm so sorry. Thank you for the sub though, man. I do appreciate it. I thought you were gonna be joining us in the call though. Like, we are in my Discord if you feel like joining. Because I want to hear you've definitely got some spooky scary stories. I mean, you were deployed, you live in Florida. There's a lot of cryptid shit in Florida, a lot of ghost sightings, skunk ape, all that shit, and there is a shit ton of stuff over in Afghanistan. So like, I need to know. Electric, yeah, it's definitely electric. Oh shit, cute witch girl. Oh, that's the girl I was just talking about. By the way, you and I need to hang out soon because I definitely have something I want to talk to you about. So I'm very into, like, I wouldn't say occult type stuff, but there's different types of, I meant electric, and you know, yeah, I do. So I don't know really what to classify myself because obviously witches are female, right? I guess magician would be the proper terminology, even though it's not like, ooh, I know a card trick, you know, it's a different type of thing. So this right here is actually cute witch girl's Christmas present that she hasn't gotten yet because, well, COVID has kind of gotten us shut down. So it's a Nordic rune, and it has two different circles around it and a vampiric rune on it, because I have a practice of many different things that I've mixed together. I have more favor towards native and vampiric, and then there's also lycanthropy that I've studied into. So the Nordic rune, this is the Nordic rune for Z, also known for protection and like well-being and stuff like that. And with the vampiric rune, this means location or home, okay? So when you take this, normally this Nordic rune you put on the outside of your home. You put it onto a door frame, you put it onto a stone that you put outside, you put it onto a post, you have it outside of your home. Now, Rasks, I don't know if you can see my stream right now, I don't know if you're watching or not, but I'm showing it
Yeah,
on
I'm
stream.
saying it.
Okay, so that is what that normally is for, but this is a river stone, all right? Now, from the practices, because I have my own practice, it's an amalgamation of many different things, right? I've developed things from so many different locations and so many different types of peoples and so many different types of groups, and I've put it all together. And what I've mostly specified into is vampiric, because I find the connection of using blood and firestones, because the group I was with used different elemental stones, right? Rubies, garnet, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Those are firestones, right? And firestone is the most prominent for vampiric in that group, at least where I learned from. And you can actually see color in this. Now, if you look kind of closely, that's red. That's my own blood.
Really?
Yeah, that is my own blood. And so normally you don't need to put that into the Nordic rune, but I thought it just looked better doing that, so that's just accentuated. But so with the vampiric rune, oh, there's an ad. So the Nordic rune is for protection, right, of one's home. Psycho, it be what it be. All right. At least it looks pretty now. Okay, I did it before and I was just like, oh, it looks really ugly because I used my finger for it. I couldn't find like a small brush or nothing, so I ended up actually using like a toothpick to be able to like stay inside the lines, because I'd engraved it into a river stone. Now this river stone is actually from a location that I learned all of the shit that I know. It was where I would sit down and practice. For the record, that's a joke, I know. Yeah, so where I learned all of the things that I learned to practice, because I started practicing things when I was about 11 or 12 years old. There was this one river that I would sit by, and it was where I practiced everything. And this stone is from that river. Cute Witch Girl and I actually went there, and I collected this stone. And so I put the Nordic rune, and then I put the first circle. Now this first inner circle, it strengthens the power of anything within it, right? Even though these are different things, because of my practice being the way it is, I can connect things that are separate. So it strengthens the protection rune. The outside ring expands how far it is, and they're actually an exact distance away from each other. If you look, it's exactly symmetrical nearly all the way around.
Yeah.
That it pushes it further out, and this means location or home. So this rune is meant to stay inside your home, and it gives protection throughout the entirety of the home. And it has a deep connection because it is from a river that it's where I learned everything. It has my infusement from like my own blood and my own practice, and it also has a lot of, you know, care for it, because that is, you know, something I made for someone that is very important for me.
You had a master or something? A teacher?
I'm sorry?
You had a
So
teacher or something?
what I would do is I would find someone that would mentor me in different practices, and I would always learn the basics of any practice I looked into, and then I would specialize in one or two things. A lot of people, if they use like gems or something like that, like, you know, everyone, like oftentimes nowadays, people are like, oh, your astrology symbol is this, or they're like, this gem is meant for like good thoughts, or this one is to get rid of nightmares. And my practice doesn't believe in that. Certain stones give different strengths. Now I'm not opposed to any other belief systems. I change mine with what I develop over time, because it is my own practice. No one else practices what I practice. But it's because mine is a mixture of so many different things. But I'm more of, I can draw a specific type of energy from myself and from certain things around me. And most of what I do is protection or pushing, right? Now I wear two different rings. They are both silver, all right? They are not pure silver, but because of my practice, they don't need to be pure silver. They are both sterling silver, but as long as it has that silver element to it, it still has the same strength. Now silver is very important in Catholicism and Christianity, right? I believe it's also important in Judaism, but I'm not sure about that one. So essentially, the one that's on my middle finger is my big fuck you type of infused ring. This one is enchanted with pushing things, like telling things that they aren't able to come near me, right? Like anything that is dark or evil or malicious cannot come towards me. It has like a repelling effect. And then my pinky ring has a protection one, where it is very close to me, and it is almost like a tiny field around me of enchantment to keep things from being able to touch me. One pushes stuff away, the other one keeps it from touching me, right? Very similar, but two different things, right? Like they do two different things, but they're both on the same hand. Because I'm more right-handed than left-handed, even though I'm both-handed, I keep those in my right hand. One day when I'm getting stuff in my left hand, I'll probably be using anything infused with either obsidian, because obsidian is very important for my practice, or rubies, because that is also incredibly important to my practice. Zaret, hello, welcome to the stream. So, I have a very strange mixture of so many different things. It's why I don't judge people for their belief system, because everyone believes in something different, right?
Yeah.
And it's why I don't think someone is lying when they say that they experienced something, or I don't judge someone for saying that they encountered something, because I've encountered a lot. I can't technically confirm what I've seen unless you've seen it, right? It's one of those you had to be there and saw it type things, right? Like I could tell you that I saw things, doesn't mean you'll believe me, right? I just hope that people understand that what I've seen and they trust me as a person. That's why if someone wants to tell me like, hey, I was abducted by aliens, or they're like, hey, I saw Bigfoot, or hey, I saw the chupacabra, right? Or like anything like that, I'm like, okay, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, because I would like to hear your story, and I will not judge you for it, because you saw what you saw, and I'm sure you've probably had enough people tell you that you're lying, or you just want people to understand that you aren't a liar, right? So that's why I don't judge people for what they've experienced, and I will believe it when I see it, like when I hear it from them, because my practice is very much so off faith, right? Not faith in a god, not faith in anything like that. I'm a very much so, I believe in myself and I believe in others. And my practice believes in what I've experienced. So I've talked to natives, right? Like friends of mine that were natives, and they have taught me what they know. I have talked to vampirics. Those were the main group that I stayed with when I was in my early teens. I would talk to them the most. And they taught me a lot about firestones. They had night stones, which are like purple and black stones. So that ranges from anything from like amethyst to like obsidian, right? Very different things, but those are more of like talking to entities, or attaching to portals and stuff like that, to other worlds and shit like that. I didn't really get into night stones. My main thing was firestones, because, well, my birthstone is a ruby, so I felt more connected to that, so I learned more about that. But I would learn the most I could from specific things that interested me, and I've always been more of, as Cute Witch Girl put it, a protector in a way. I like putting up like almost like a bubble. It's like a ward of some way of being able to keep things from getting close, and I like to make those around me feel safe. Right? I will put myself in harm's way to help others, not because I think that I'm a hero, not because I think I can actually do anything, but because I would rather get hurt than see someone get inconvenienced. Which is very stupid, but that has always been my belief system on stuff. Heyo was about to go to sleep and I wanted to listen for a bit. Alright, Emerald, well, I do appreciate you stopping on by. I know oftentimes people stop by just to fall asleep listening to my voice anyways.
Everything that you told me right now,
yes,
maybe remember some stories about the same village that of my grandparents. They had some legends about gods and demons and lost in the mountain. Some years ago, it happened that a guy that my grandpa and my mother knew there in that village had a lot of money that he got out of nowhere. Everyone asked him about where did he get the money, or what did he do for that money. At first they thought that he was like from the mafia or something like that, but someday he told to my grandpa that he had an encounter in the mountains. He told him and us that one day he was with his cows, taking care of them and searching for them, cause sometimes they escape it from his farm. When he went to search for one of them, the cow went inside a cave and he fell inside. When he was there, he told us that he found something. Well, someone, if I should say. When he was talking with that thing, the thing asked him about what he decided for or what he wanted, and like every greedy person, he said he wanted money, and that's what he got. And there's a lot of stories like that of gods and demons in that mountains, cause there used to be a lot of how do you say the people who like the tribes that you were talking about or the people that you were talking about. There were a lot of people who did rites and things like that in that mountains.
Yeah, like rituals and like occults of different kinds and whatnot. Also, Toki, welcome to the stream. How's it going? I'm going to pray to the god now. Okay, so Zerit, what I see is now it's weird. I have a very spiritual connection, but I'm very much strong into science as well. I am a firm believer that magic is a science we don't yet understand, because what was alchemy but magic, except it's only chemistry now, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and you could argue, all right, now I'm not saying this is 100% factual because it's all theoretical physics, but you could argue that there is a fourth and fifth dimension that we cannot connect to, all right? So what is to say that we aren't the creation of some god, but it's really just something in a fourth dimensional being decided, I'm gonna make that today? Because think about it, if you make a video game that is 2D, or you draw on a piece of paper, that is 2D. You can make an entire universe in 2D, right? You made that. You're a third dimensional being, and you made that. You control when all of those characters move, right? It might not be immediately, but you control that. So what does it say that a fourth dimensional being couldn't do that with us as three-dimensional beings? Except for us with a piece of paper, we have to erase and draw and erase and draw and erase and draw. Or we take like a flip book and we do that, right? That's still two-dimensional, right? What's to say that we're not that exact same concept to a fourth dimensional being? So in theory, you could argue there's a god, but is that really a omnipresent god that knows everything if it also gave us free will, right? Because it's a more advanced version of what we did, right? Because you can program something and go, oh shit, it did something. Oh no, what did the program do, right? Like, so it's similar in that. The fourth and fifth dimensions are time and space. No, you are thinking in the concept of, like, hello? While I'm streaming?
She'll fall right asleep.
Can you not wait 3 hours?
She falls asleep with her meds being down.
Okay, it's not like I'm using a camera.
It'll be fine.
Okay, but I just got completely sidetracked about what the fuck I was just talking about now, because people are making noise in the background of my stream. Rask, what was I just talking about?
About the fourth and fifth dimension, you were about to
to
answer the question about.
So like time and space technically are right, but what is space except for directions, right? So you're thinking of it in more of like an XYZ kind of dimensional thing, and which is technically the correct way of looking at it. But I'm thinking more of outside of that with like the hypercube kind of concept, right? Because the hypercube is fourth dimensional, but has nothing to do with time, right? It is just an extra dimension that we can't comprehend. So that's the type of fourth dimensional being when people say fourth dimensional beings. They aren't talking about a being that can travel through time. They're talking about a being that can see all sides of things. But I guess also, you know what? Actually, no, I think it does technically control time as well, because time is relative to that, conceptually at least. But well, I mean, any creature that lived purely on a higher plane we probably couldn't even recognize. Yeah, like there's no technical way for our brain to fully comprehend it. We can pretend that we know what we're talking about, but there's no way of proving how that would work, you know? So, but like Jesus, he came from the earth and like he held people, he made a Bible. So funny thing, Jesus didn't write the Bible. That was some other random crazy person. I mean, think about it. If some guy were to show up today and tell you that he was sent by God and was telling you that he was going to part the rivers or something, right? Or like he could do things like that, you'd call him crazy, right? So what's to say that all those like Messiah, like you know, like all the people that were sent by God back then weren't just schizophrenic people that people believed, right? Because you never know, right? Now, I'm not saying that like religion's a bad thing by any means, because obviously like I take parts of it. Like look at my 2 rings; those are both from like Catholic and Christian ideology. That is why I use them the way they are. But it's more of whatever helps you be the best person you can be. You know what I mean? And also like the whole concept of Jesus, like look into Zeitgeist. All right. Zeitgeist is the belief that there is a perpetual connection between most religions based off of star movement, right? Because his birthday was Christmas or whatever, right? The 25th. When is the winter solstice? Oh, look, the 25th, right? When did Jesus die? You know, he was dead for 3 days and was resurrected. How long is the winter solstice? 3 days where the sun is at its lowest point and then comes back up. You know, there's a whole bunch of stuff like that. And not just in Christianity, but in like ancient Egyptian lore and whatnot. Like the Ra, the sun god, was killed for 3 days and comes back every year, right? Like there's a lot to it that a lot of people need to look into. Like Muhammad is fake. See, I don't know if it's fake, right? Because like everyone has a different belief system, but like when you look at it, God is like some, you know, all-powerful being that can strike you with lightning. Well, what was Zeus? An all-powerful being that could strike you with lightning. What was Odin? An all-powerful being that could strike you with lightning, who also had a son named Thor that could strike you with lightning, right? Like it's all generally the same concept. And when you look at it, it's probably just
lightning.
when you think of it, it's probably just aliens. Like, what would you call technology except for magic, right? Like again, what is chemistry? It's what we used to call alchemy, right? It is ancient magic, but it's modern science, right? So it's to say something so far ahead of our current understanding that could strike lightning down. All right, well, have you ever seen a laser pointer? Now imagine a laser pointer that wasn't just light, but could create plasma. What is lightning? Lightning is plasma. How do you create plasma? You supercharge electrons to the point that they become like a physical heat. That's all lightning is. It's physical heat that is generated from static, right? So if you could harness that, it'd be very basic to do with this hyper advanced technology. So spaceships could strike lightning onto you. That's just my thought process on that. Everyone has their own beliefs, live and let live. Exactly. And like the best thing to look at it is I don't put down people for their beliefs, right? Whatever makes you the best person that you could be, that is what I want you to believe. All right. I don't believe there is a God, but I can argue that your God is real, right? And if someone were to argue that God is real, I can also argue that God isn't real based off of, you know, the concept of a fourth dimensional being, right? Like you can argue it being there and not being there, right? The hell you children's talking about in here? You trying to be Nikola Tesla? You listen to that Bob Lazar again, son? Nah. Hey, how's it going, Shadow Kitty? And welcome to the stream, Death Priest. But no, like there's so much to it that a lot of people don't seem to understand. But that's why I like the supernatural so much, because there's so much that we don't know. And I feel like it's just things that we haven't discovered yet, right? Like there's a lot that we can learn, right? Like, you ever do DMT? I don't know what DMT is, so no. I've actually only smoked weed 3 times in my life and it did nothing for me, so I've never even attempted it since, and that was all in 2020 back in the summer. I'm very much so not anti-drugs, I just don't do it because it ain't for me. I'm actually in the process of quitting smoking. This whole week I've only had 3 smokes, so I mean, I'm pretty proud of myself. Considering I was smoking about 12 a day, now I'm down to 3 a week. I mean, I think that's a pretty good improvement. But yeah, like it's and I wouldn't even say it's 3 a week, it's just 3 this week, right? Because I just haven't been smoking. I'm like, you know what? I'm done with it. I don't need this in my life. I don't do drugs. I don't do none of that. Good for you, man. Thank you, Shadow Kitty. I do appreciate that. But yeah, so that's why I believe in like the supernatural so much, is it's probably just things that we don't understand. And like, I know what I feel. I know what I can control. DMT lets you talk to other beings. Fucking do it. So does just being really in tune with spiritualism. Now a lot of my belief system is based off of things that I've learned. Like my spiritual side of things with my being able to control stuff is very much so influenced by native and vampiric, right? There are parts of it that again are like Christian and Catholic, like my rings, how they're enchanted. I believe in Nordic stuff, such as, you know, this Nordic rune that I've made, but I've also, you know, done with vampiric enchantment because that is what I know. Though also right next to this rune, I have another one right here that is purely a Nordic rune, right? Just because vampiric works. Okay, haven't smoked in 1 month. I just quit vaping. Well, there you go. Nice. I actually haven't vaped in a very long time. I would like to get back into vaping, but I also know it would save me money if I don't. DMT is far different. Yeah, well, it's just, I also believe that I do a lot of meditation. A lot of my, I want to say, like, how do I want to phrase this? Like, my religious influence, which is more spiritual than religious, really, is influenced by, like, Buddhism and Taoism. I do a lot of, like, circular walks. I do a lot of meditation. I do a lot of self-reflection. And it allows me to better understand myself and things around me. It's also why I don't normally freak out when I see things supernatural. Though Cute Witch Girl was there the one time that that's ever happened to me, which that was a native thing, and I don't fuck with native stuff because the best way of phrasing this, native stuff be fucky wucky. Alright, like it's over in like Europe, Fae, like, okay, so I have a belief system, alright? Like, y'all know what an opossum is, right? It's really possum, but with an O at the start of it, right? Well, Australia has a possum without an O in front of it. Pretty much the same animal, but they're slightly different, right? Or you look at different types of monkeys, or you look at different types of lemurs, all right? You look at different types of cats, you look at different types of dogs, right? They're both dogs, they're both cats, you know, it's whatever. Like, they're the same animal, but they're different types, right? Like, you don't look at, Skylight, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. So the way I look at it is, say you look at a mountain lion and you look at a lion, right? They look kind of similar. All right, like you look at a lioness, you look at a mountain lion. One's smaller, but they're both large cats, all right? So in Europe, that's where a lot of like pagan religious shit comes from, right? There's, you know, like there's the Fae, you know, the fairies, the spirits of the forest, things like that. I believe that that is a different breed of the same species, right, for lack of better phrasing, of what Native Americans have as their spirits of the forests, right? They're both similar in concept, but here in North America, I believe that native stuff is stronger here, right? And that you can't connect with it the same if you have a European understanding of things. Natives can connect with it because they're in tune with that. They associate with it. It's a part of their culture, right? Whereas if you look at the Fae, natives would be like, I kind of get it, right? But it's not quite the same, right? Whereas like, you know, a witch from Europe would understand them better because they know the laws of the Fae. They know how to interact with them. They've experienced things with them. So like, you know, fairies and whatnot over there, it's very different. It connects with my beliefs a lot, actually. Yeah, like my Saturday streams are always spooky, scary, but also like we talk about religious stuff, we talk about supernatural, we talk about spiritual. It's a lot of connecting with what one personally believes, but staying open-minded to what others believe to further understand yourself and others. Europe countries like mine have Baltic. I don't know what I said. So I don't know a whole lot about Baltic. Actually, I am curious enough that I am willing to Google that right now to see what that means. Baltic states, should I say Baltic spirits? 3 most popular Baltic spirits. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Those are alcohol. Spirits of the Baltic Sea.
Let me
Yeah,
search.
I don't understand that. That looks more like drinks and stuff when looking up spirits. So maybe I should have looked up something else. Nilla, how's it going? What's up, little vanilla bean? How you doing?
What I found is that there's a Baltic Sea at least.
Yeah, that I did know that, right? And I know that there's Baltic spirits, and spirits are like vodkas and shit like that, right? Liquors of different kinds. So I was like, that's not necessarily what I was looking at. I'm assuming that's not what you meant. So how do I want to phrase what I'm saying? Like,
I found something
in Europe, there are things such as like forest spirits. All right. I believe that like the general concept of a fairy, like a tiny little one with wings, isn't necessarily what a fae is, right? Fae is another word for fairy, technically, though fairy is spelled different. But there's certain laws there with them, right? Where like if you were in the fairy's home, you have to do as it says, otherwise, you know, it has power over you or something. I don't fully know that. I'm not a part of that. That is not my belief system. I know little bits of it. I love fae lore where they steal your name and stuff. See, I don't know a whole lot about that. For tequila though, take a banshee for example. So funny thing, misconception about banshees is banshees are heralds of death, but they're actually to warn you that someone is going to die, not that they are going to kill somebody. And as often only happens to rich families in Europe if they've had a maid that has died in the past. I'm just gonna lurk. All right, I appreciate that, Shadow. It does mean a whole lot. Like the 3 Baltic countries have a lot in common. We believe in 100 gods, but we stopped in I don't know what age. Yeah, like there's so much, right? Like so many different religions have different beliefs, right? Like you look at even the difference between like Korea, Japan, and China, right? Very different beliefs. There are little things that are similar, but very different, right? And you could argue that like in Europe there's the Fae, in North America there's Native American spirits, in you know, Eastern Asia, there are Oni and stuff like that, right? Or no, yokai, sorry, not Oni, yokai, of which are spirits attached to certain objects and stuff like that. There must be a plane that we don't understand. And I don't want to say that we could understand. Kitsune, how's it going, girl? I don't know that it would be possible for us to fully understand. But I feel like if you spend enough time with someone, even if you don't speak the same language, you get to know them a little bit. And I think that's very similar with like spirits and stuff, is over time, you get to understand them, right? And especially if it's generations upon generations of being like, you do not do this, they do not like that. You do this, they appreciate it, right? And you build up that connection with them. Whether or not it's a genuine connection or if it's superficial, that's completely different. But it's why I don't judge people for this stuff, and my belief system is very much so like it works for me, right? I love how I've gotten onto all of this just from saying like you asked if I've had like mentors or masters. Pretty much I find someone of a specific belief that I want to learn about, and I learn all of the basics, and then I ask them to teach me about things that I'm interested in from their belief system, and I specialize into that. I don't plan to become a master of anything. The most I've looked into is vampiric, and that is purely the one. I don't even know what to. Are they called clans? I think they're called clans of vampiric, but a lot of people don't like that word. So just scream in their face like Ghost Adventures, dude. I don't know if that quite works. But for lack of better phrasing, let's say clan. The clan that I learned from, they helped me learn a lot about firestones. I learned a decent amount about nightstones. Because I wanted to learn more about the thing that's been following me since I was about 10 years old. And I wanted to have a better understanding of things, you know? So Firestones connected with me a lot, so I learned from them. Cute witch girl, you know, she is eclectic. She is a witch, you know, not Wiccan, you know, it's a different type of pagan branch. I've learned as much as so far I've learned a decent amount from her, and we have very different beliefs on things, but it's nice learning the way she does stuff, and she likes learning the way that I do stuff, because if you refuse to learn different things, you will be so confined and not know different ways of doing things.
Thanks for the follow, Senpai.
Archie, thank you for the follow. I do appreciate it. You got it right this time. Yeah, see, my brain sometimes gets a little faster. Witchy shit. Yeah, Kitsune. Cute witch girl is the one I was telling you about before. That's the one that you don't give away the secret of what I was talking about last night. But yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Cute witch girl is the one. It's my belief that everything has its own energy and we borrow and give to each other. Well, see, that's the thing. Energy is a constant in this universe, right? Like, energy doesn't go away. It changes, right? Shh, secrets. Exactly. Spill the beans. I'll spill the beans if you hang out tonight, all right? If you want to make your way over here tonight, I'll spill the beans on you. But yeah, so that's what I've looked into. Is I have a very diverse understanding of things, and I've learned from a great many different people of different groups. Like lycanthropy was very interesting to learn about. Lycanthropy is actually why most animals love me. It's because I have almost like a spiritual connection to animals, primarily canines. Ironically, I don't like dogs that much. Like I love my dog, right? Like it's my family's dog, but I love my dog. But I'm not a big fan of dogs. I'm more of a cat person, just because it has nothing to do with it being a dog. It has to do with the fact that I don't want a best friend that's constantly in my face. I want an apathetic roommate. All right, like I just want someone that goes, you're home. All right, cool. You know, I don't want that kind of energy in my life. I don't need someone in my face all the time. Hang out, do it. Is that follow sad? You saying it? No, that's not me. If I was doing that, I would be very impressed. But no, that is Shuggy. Actually, I will shout her out really. Sugar coated witch. I think I spelled that right. Yeah, that's Shuggy Chan right there. She is the one that did all of my voice work for my stream. There's actually 2 versions for everything. There's like a very cutesy way and a very like step on me please mommy way. All right, so she did all that. Pog Shuggy, I love Shuggy so much. She's best girl. And I'm very happy that she's finally in a very happy relationship, so that's good for her. You just want a cat girl? Shake my head. I mean, if cute witch girl wants to put on cat ears, I'm okay with it. All right. Lycanthropy is wild. It is. I like dogs when they're not mine. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Like I'm all right with like saying hi to a dog, and then it's like, all right, cool. But I don't need that energy in my life all the time. I don't got no way of doing that. So I'm gonna catch up with what Archie said over here. Sorry, I didn't read it right away. Surprises give me anxiety, and I work. Oh, you don't work. Okay. All right. Cute witch girl. If you're free in the morning after work, I'll be up. All right. So I had to go water my shower. Then I went swimming in the middle of winter and went to see my girlfriend, and she told me I was pregnant. I didn't know if my son was a boy or a girl, and if I was going to be a mom or dad. So I had to go water my Oh, you said it again. I'm very confused, Archie. I don't understand, but I hope the best for you. I wonder if she still models. Nani? Shoki? I don't know. I know she used to do a lot of shit. It's like kids. Yeah, I don't want kids, but I mean, depending on the person, I might. Dogs are children, cats are teenagers. Yeah, cats are just like, stay away. Archie, you're confusing the heck out of me, and I'm all for it.
Me too.
Yeah, it's like that's an interesting thing showing up on screen.
I'm trying to understand, but I don't know how to say it. Let's just say that I'm confused. That's all.
Cats love you on their own time. I mean, Noella's just over there. I could just ask her to come over and she'll come over. Mind you, cats are easier to train than dogs because they have a more developed brain. They were also not domesticated as recently, but they're smart. Well, my cat can do backflips. It can open doors. If I tell it to not touch my food, it won't touch my food, even if I leave it there for like 5 hours. Dogs don't really care, you know? Like, it depends on the dog, of course, but cats are easier to train. You just need to know how to train a cat. So
I have a cat that don't even answer to his name.
It just means that you didn't train the cat.
No, I did. I have it since it's a kitten, but I don't know why it doesn't answer. Why?
It just means that you didn't train it right. That's all.
Well, yeah, it could be.
Why aren't the police cats? That's a good point. It's almost like cats don't speak English, so they can't tell you to stop. I mean, I would be more afraid of a cat trying to attack me than a dog, because a dog, if it bites onto you, it's just going to start ripping you back and forth. And this is from someone that's been attacked by a dog before. If you put your arm forward and you lift up, you grab the balls real tight and you yank, it stops. Or if it's a girl, you kind of grab and just yank real tight, it stops. A cat, it's just clawing and biting and doing a million things at once. All right, like a dog is pretty easy to stop. Doesn't matter how big the dog is. And mind you, I also normally wear like thick ass leather jackets, so I'm pretty much wearing leather armor, so they can't bite into me anyway. So I've just got like a wall of them biting on. But I mean, I also used to have a fear of like large dogs for some reason. It was mostly like just Rottweilers I was afraid of. But now I'm like, it's whatever. But that's also based off my study of lycanthropy. Cats turn into Tasmanian devil. Yeah, like they decide that they're gonna twist and like claw you from the side, and then they're gonna bend around you like a fucking snake, and then they'll bite here, and then they'll let go, and they'll bite over there, and their claws are over here, and it's just insane. Cats are insane when they attack. And they just like fucking windmill. All right, like that's scary. But no, dogs are just better at taking commands. Cats are better to train. That's why you'll see more cats that are like toilet trained than dogs. Seen 2 cats full on fight. It's a literal spinning ball of fur. It's dangerous. You don't want to even get in between it. You just like throw a pan over top of them so it just stays in one spot. You know, like don't you hate it when you're dating a girl who has a twin so you end up fucking the dog? Wait, what? Spinning ball of fur and razor blades. Yeah, exactly. Platts cats do what they want to. Well, dogs do as well. Like most people think that their animal is trained and it's not. Like if you walk your dog and it's ever ahead of you, you didn't train your dog. Your dog is leading you. Your dog should always walk beside you. You didn't train your dog, right? If you call your dog and it doesn't listen to you the first time, you didn't train your dog, right? My cat, I could call her over right now. Even though she's asleep, she'll get up and she'll walk over. Well, look, it's the handsome mouse. Ooh, thank you, Geki. I do appreciate it, homie. You and I are about to fight. It be that way. But no, like, and like, it's not like everyone knows how to train animals, right? Like, it does take a lot of effort to know what you're doing. So if you don't know what you're doing, then it is what it is, right? But I think that's also where I got really lucky with, like, when I learned lycanthropy, is it's almost like a connection, like just you send out a specific type of like energy towards them, I guess, and a certain look, and they listen. My family's dog, it's not my dog, it's my parents' dog. I was the one that found it with my dad when we were driving the one time. But whenever we're out and about, or in the backyard or something like that, and my dad's calling the dog, dad's calling the dog, dog doesn't listen. She just keeps barking, she's doing whatever. I just say one thing, she immediately shuts up and she'll listen to what I say, because it's my study of lycanthropy, I believe. A confusing person, I'm all right with that, Archie. My cat literally just demands attention, but only when I'm busy. I mean, that is fair. When aren't there police cats? I'd see it there, so easy to train. Well, I mean, imagine if they did train police cats and they decided to go rogue one day, though. Dogs are a bigger target to shoot. Cats, little fucking darts, you know? Like, that thing gonna get you. You can't stop them. You don't want to train them military-wise or police-wise, because they'll get you. Dogs, bigger target. That's why they only pick German Shepherds. We are actually about to fight. Girlfriend hasn't talked to me in 1 week because alright then, man. Oh, whoa. Archie is interesting in your mind. Yeah, it is a very interesting little like skull hole you got up in there, you know. Archie, I'm a little concerned. I have a kitten right now that follows me like a shadow. She just has to know what I'm doing at all times. So her favorite thing is clean the litter. Oh, yeah. All right. So, sorry I got onto such a tangent there, Rasks. You have more stories that you wanted to share.
Well,
so I gotta ask the one stereotypical question that everyone's wondering. All right.
okay.
You are from Mexico, right?
Yeah.
Any interactions with the chupacabra?
Oh god, I was just waiting for that too.
Everyone's wondering. And Geki's especially
least in
wondering,
the
because
city
he's
I'm
Mexican but
living
doesn't even
in,
live in Mexico.
There's not much stories about that, but
Yeah.
I have some friends and people I know outside where I live that have some interactions with it.
Really?
With the, do you know who the Llorona is?
The what?
Llorona.
Llorona. I do not.
Yeah, it's an old legend here in Mexico that it's about a mother who lost.
Oh, the one that lost her
Her
kids and then
sons.
she'll abduct children or
Yeah.
whatever, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And like you'll see
That
her
one.
at like on lonely roads or something like that.
Hmm.
I do know that. Yeah. The Weeping Woman. Yeah, that's the other
I have
name
a
for
story
it.
about a neighbor that lived something like finding the Llorona here in Mexico.
Really?
Yeah, we were neighbors like 3, 4, 5 or 5 years ago, and she told me that when she woke up at midnight, she was walking and in her house saw something like a light. She went to see, and what she found was the ghost of her. Something really weird, but that's the only thing that I don't believe because she was a little bit too crazy.
Can't trust the crazies.
Yeah, she used to tell weird stories, but she didn't even get out of her house, so it was really hard to believe her.
Well then. So she's the one that saw the Weeping Woman or the Chupacabra?
Um, ah, I forgot about the chupacabra. Well, I don't have much stories about the chupacabra, cause well, I'm not near the place that it appears, but
I'll be
there's
honest,
a
I was
story.
being mildly racist with you, my friend.
Nah, don't worry.
Okay.
I think it's more normal than anything else. Well, the story that a friend told me
Gentle
is that
racism.
he found it in the backyard of his house, but I don't remember all the story. It's just
Hmm.
that he found it in the backyard of his house, and his dog was being eaten at that time, so he was a little bit too sad. I don't know if it was the chupacabras or something else, but his dog died. That's the only thing that I can prove,
God
for me at
damn.
least. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember back when I think I was in like 7th or 8th grade, so I must have been like around 12 or 13 years old. We had like a book fair at my school, and I found this book, and it was like, I don't remember what it was called, but it had a bunch of different supernatural beings and stuff in it. I have no idea what happened to it. Um, and obviously it was at like a book fair, so I don't take everything in it with like, I don't think it was all real, but it like explained like a bunch of different supernatural stuff, and I think that was the first time that, no, the second time I ever heard about the Chupacabra. First time I ever heard about Chupacabra was on like, oh god, what was it? It was like some like kids show that was about like supernatural stuff. Not Goosebumps or anything like that, but it was like actually looking into like a scientific point of view from stuff, um, which is very odd now that I think about it. But it was on TV when I was very young, but so I don't remember it too well. But it was also, that was also where I learned about the black dog, right? But no, this book, it taught me the difference between like dragons and wyverns. It taught me about what a basilisk is, and not like the thing from Harry Potter, but like the chicken fucker, you know, like whatever that thing was. I love that my subtitles said fucker with a PH. That is awesome. And then it also showed like the chupacabra. It showed like the Jersey Devil. It showed a bunch of different things to that. And I think that's probably where like my main interest in the supernatural showed up, because I got that book a couple years after the weird entity that's been following me since I was about 10 showed up. So
Oh.
it was like right into, yeah, he's actually only this past like couple months has he not been around. Because he's been around since I was 10 and I'm now 24, and I turned 25 in July. Okay. So that's 14 approaching 15 years that he's been around.
Yeah.
And
Well, the story has a lot more time in everyone's stories that you think, you know. I think
also, yes, GP,
I
Cryptids.
have some records of histories of something like the chupacabras in my grandpa's house, because my how to I forgot, the grandpa of my grandpa was an Spain explorer here in Mexico. He was
Okay.
at the time that the the noble people was still here, and the people that went with him to explore the cities, the places, and the jungle started to record things like animals like the chupacabras.
Huh.
Maybe if I go to the my grandpa's village. I could search it again, and maybe I could bring it here, but it will take some time thanks to the COVID.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna get right in the way. Scariest thing
I
is
don't
the
want him
COVID.
to be dead.
I didn't even say the 19. Why did they put the 19 there?
It's just something I
My damn
don't say.
subtitles. Yeah. Think one of my favorites may be the blue tiger. Wait, that may not be an actual thing. I mean, if you died a tiger, technically you could have a blue tiger.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
like the
Yeah. So you do have more stories though. I would love to hear more of your stories instead of me just talking so much, because I always get into just talking so much.
I have the story that my father told me that when he was lost in the forest, he found an ovni in the sky. He saw that like the dish thing flying around and l- lying in that part of the forest. He was like 20 years old at that time. Right now he's 49 years old. I don't remember exactly his age. He's ah, forget it. I don't
It's okay.
remember.
It doesn't matter. Not exact age doesn't matter, but yeah,
Sorry.
it's okay.
He saw that and yeah, he said that he doesn't remember what happened after that, but he's sure that he saw something like an ovni.
Huh. Well, that would be a
There's
little
a
alarming.
story about a golem that my uncle told me that when he was 5 years old, he went to go to take a piss outside his house because at the time the houses there in where he
Yeah.
lived didn't have a toilet.
Mm-hmm.
He went and take his piss. When he got out, he saw something like a man made of stone. You could think about it was like a statue or something like that, but it wasn't statues at that time in his village. So it was something weird to see a man made of stone. He got scared and ran away, and they're still saying that it was a golem or something like that.
Hmm.
It, it could be a lot of things, but they don't know yet because it hasn't appeared in near these years or since then.
Huh. I mean, that would be kind of scary though. Could you imagine seeing a golem in real life?
Yeah,
Also,
something
GP,
like
what are you saying? Saying cryptids and TSS? What is TSS? Is the same as saying Mung Dal was actually in World War II? I have no idea what Mung Dal is either. Would you care to clarify for chat? Because, yeah. The Secret Saturdays. Oh, the TV show you were talking about. Hey, how's it going, Floyd? What you up to? But
I don't know what it's saying about the monk doll.
yeah, I don't know what that is
Maybe
myself. So
no,
it be what it be.
I don't know it.
But nah, Floyd, we just talked about supernatural stuff. We're talking to my friend Rasks here. I'm actually gonna toss
monk doll.
your Twitter back up in chat so people can follow you if they feel like it. He's telling us about stuff from things that he's experienced over time. So it's very interesting. Now, Ghost said that he might join us, but he did say that he has he was driving, and that was what happened when he subbed. Alright, so Mio was going to be joining us, but they're actually busy right now. So that is okay. So they might join us next Saturday. So by the looks of it, it's you and me, friendo. Till Ghost eventually decides to show up. Just seems something like the Rake is out there. So I don't believe that the Rake is out there, because I know the Rake was originally a creepypasta, and then it was popularized by a bunch of YouTube videos in a video game. But there is something very similar. And it's either called like the Bone Man or the White Man, and not like the Native Americans call him the White Man type thing, but the White Man. And it's this other creepy creature very similar. And I've heard plenty of freaking stories about it. there are stuff out there that we don't understand. There's one story that always, and I mean always, gets to me and just creeps me out so much, and I love it.
Which
So
one?
obviously I'm a follower of Darkness Prevails on YouTube because, well, I like creepy shit. And his narrations are pretty good. And the first story in his like stories of September 2020, right? It's about this like tall white figure that was like a pole, right? Like it was almost like a light post in height, looking through this one kid's window or whatever. And the kid was talking about he was sleeping over at a friend's house for the first time, and he was told that you don't stay up past midnight because, you know, you just don't. And they slept out in a tent in the backyard instead, right? Because the other kid whose house he was staying at said that we just don't stay up past midnight. You cannot stay up a minute past midnight. But this kid took hours to fall asleep, so he ended up looking out because he heard something walk past their tent, and then he was looking around, didn't see it, right, or what it was, and then he saw that there was this big thing looking in through the window of where the kid's bed was. But if they didn't make any noise, it would have just walked right past the tent. But instead, he ends up, you know, making noise, and the thing turns and looks at him. So he ends up getting under his blankets and whatever, and he keeps his eyes closed, and he's laying there for a couple hours. And after a couple hours, he didn't hear nothing. But he heard it like touch the tent, right? So after a couple hours, he's like, it has to have left. Maybe I just didn't hear it leave. And then he opens his eyes, and it's right above him, and had been there for like 2 hours, just staring at him, right? And then it got up, and then like they fell out of the tent after they fell like 10 feet or something. It's really creepy. I highly recommend checking it out. I could, in theory, yeah. You know what? Hold up. Let me grab that off YouTube real quick for you guys. So if you want to check it out, it'll be in chat. Just let me find this in here. Right here, copy link address. That video right there, it is the first story that it talks about, is the one I was just talking about. Really spooky. Just kind of gives me the heebie-jeebies every time. Like, there are things out there that we don't know. All right. I don't know if they're like spirits. I don't know if they're just some creature that we don't understand, something from another dimension, aliens, whatever it might be, something we don't know. All right. I was wondering, there's been footage and such, and finding Bigfoot was kind of inspired by the Rake game. Maybe. I do believe Bigfoot is real. Like, it would be very easy for a hominid of some kind, or a great ape, to hide itself in the forests of North America, considering that like the lowland, oh, I guess I should probably mute that ad. The lowland mountain-back gorilla wasn't discovered till like the early 1900s. Like, hello, the gorilla that is in like every freaking zoo wasn't discovered until like 100 years ago, you know, like, and everyone said that they existed. No, everyone's like, no, they're not real. We never found any bones. We never found any scat. We never found any fur. And now they're in every fucking zoo ever, right? Like, it's just, they were really good at hiding, and now we know how they hide, right? So as to say that a more intelligent version of a great ape isn't hiding in our backyard. Because back in the 80s, they tried saying that there wasn't like cougars in North America because it would cause puma panic. There's mountain lions in North America, right? The dude that was hired to go and prove that they don't exist found them in 2 days, you know? So, like, imagine being told, hey, there's a giant monkey that could rip your limbs off sitting in your backyard. That would cause insane panic, right? Like, so it makes sense that it's a cover-up, right? And with how much, like, forests there are in North America, like Canada alone, because I live in Canada, but, like, there's a lot of them in the States, too. Kind of makes a lot of sense that they'd be able to hide out there. And that's just giving, like, a natural understanding of what it could be. Not even like they're aliens or they're supernatural beings or like, you know, anything like that, spirits, right? Just calling them monkeys, there's a chance of them being there. It's kind of similar to whether Slenderman is real or not. You don't know. Oh, Slenderman definitely isn't, but he was clearly influenced by other things that are similar. Obviously not like every creepypasta is real, but some do seem quite believable. The creature especially, yeah, like, so there are like things such as the white man, right? Slenderman kind of fits that, you know.
It was an invention of photography one man was taking some photographies and then edited it and put that the image of the Slenderman there. It's not something hard to find if you just search a little for the real origin of the Slenderman.
Yeah. I mean, everyone knows that Slenderman isn't real, right? Like, a man with no face in a tuxedo or a business suit or whatever out in the forest, not real. But it does seem very similar to a fleshgate, which is, you know, a creature with gray or white skin with a warped face or no face at all, but has like divots of where eyes would be and a mouth would be that stares at you and takes you into the woods. It's very similar, right? And there's like, again, like the white man or whatever, right? Or the bone man. It's essentially the rake, but the rake is also kind of similar to Slenderman in a way. It's like a creature that is all pale skin, lives in the woods, and will take you, you know. Obviously that's breaking it down to the most basic of ways, but the girls that murdered their friends didn't. Yeah, well, they're also stupid. All right, they were they were children. Like, they don't understand what they're doing, and they didn't murder her. They nearly murdered her. They got charged with attempted murder. And no way am I saying Siren Head is real. He isn't, but still pretty surreal. Yeah, okay, so the dude that created Siren Head, right? He's awesome. Like, his horror shit is insane. Siren Head isn't real, but like, what's to say that one day technology and flesh don't kind of mix? I mean, we're already giving people prosthetics. Maybe it's like an otherworldly version, right? Like, I'm not saying Siren Head is real because it's clearly not, but like the idea of something similar, right? It's possible. You never know, because it's technically just like a cryptid cyborg. Think that fear is something waiting in the dark to take you is the most primal human fear. Well, I mean, think about it. Like, only a third of all humans are nocturnal. Like, I'm a nocturnal person. I don't sleep well at night. I sleep really well during the day. Hey, how's it going, Angel? Welcome to the stream, homie. The rake is smaller, being on all fours, still credit. Well, yeah, but like, they're both fake, right? But they're influenced by similar things, right? Yeah, skinwalkers and wendigos are both cryptids. Yes, like Bigfoot is a cryptid, right? Aliens are technically a cryptid. Like, cryptozoology is the study of animals that we don't know if they exist or not, but there is sufficient enough evidence to look into it. Doing good. I'm currently on day 9 of my New Year's resolution. Nice, dude. Proud of you. It's also the fear of something stalking you, slowly waiting to kill you. We're afraid that shit, because exactly how we hunt. Well, yeah, but like, if a third of all humans are nocturnal, right? We don't have night vision. Some of us, like myself, can see really well in the dark, but I can't see as well as a cat. I don't have that extra layer on my eye. I just see better in the dark than most people would, right? Because I'm designed for that. It also has to do with your eye color. Think about it. If you take like a bright surface, right, such as like, take a white sheet of paper and you take like a navy blue sheet of paper, right? They'll both reflect light off of them if you shine it at them. Like, I have a light room in front of me, right? You can see it reflecting off my shirt. You don't see it reflecting off the wall as much, but you can see it's reflecting right here, right? But you don't see it all the way back here, right? This is a gray wall, right? Light reflects off of brighter surfaces. If your eyes are green or blue, it's a brighter surface than, say, like hazel or brown, right? So if you have blue or green eyes, you'll see better in the dark, right? Whereas if you have darker eyes, you won't see as good in the dark, right? Obviously, there's some people that have like a golden ring around their eye. I'm not sure if you can really pick it up on here, but like, I have a golden ring around my eye. Sometimes it gets really small, and it's like right to the pupil, but I have a golden ring around my eye. Or at least I used to. I haven't looked at my eyes recently, but I used to have a golden ring around my eye. That also helps reflecting with light, so you can see better in the dark with that. And that's why, you know, only like a third of most people can see in the dark really well, because they're also a third of people only sleep during the day because they are meant to be up at night and they're tired during the day. They oftentimes have like brighter colored eyes just because they're designed that way, right? It's just a biological thing. I'm gonna catch up with chat. One of my favorites has got to be Nessie. Being a huge fanatic of dinosaurs, it's an interesting thing to consider. Nessie is 100% fake. The person that took the picture has even proven that it was fake and showed how they did it. I mean, I'm not saying that like a dinosaur of some kind could exist. I mean, if you look at it, crocodiles and alligators are around. They're essentially immortal so long as they can keep eating. We've never seen one die from old age. We've only seen them die from starvation. or like some type of disease. But no, Nessie is 100% fake. It was like the dude that took the picture even proved. He was like, no, like, this is how I took the picture. It's fake. And if you look at it, you can see the ripples in the water and how he did it. Dial it down on my alcoholism. Nice. That's all I'll say. Nice. Well, at least you're taking control of that. That's why people with light color eyes are more affected by daylight. Yeah, like if I'm out in the sun, I'm like, everything's flat. Like it's too much. Masada, how's it going, buddy? Glad you stopped on by. Yeah, like there's gotta be something like that in the depths of the ocean. Like we can't go that deep down. If you got thick enough blubber, you can go far enough down, you know? Like I also fear the dark is relatable. Pile of clothes on my chair at night. Yeah, I sit there and I'm like, and then I'm like, oh, it's just my shirt. Mariana Trench, that is a very deep trench. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. We discovered a new species of whale. Like a goddamn whale went under our noses. There's gotta be big things hiding in the ocean. Yeah. Like Japanese ningen, you know? Which is just it's Japanese for human, but it's like this giant underwater creature thing that's got like human proportions. We're like, oh hell no. Though I would like to get back to hearing more Rask's stories because you said you have a few. So
Yeah.
let's hear some more, my friend. Plus my throat hurts from talking so much.
Let me think a little bit because I'm I don't remember right now because
That is okay.
told the main stories that well are my favorite or that have big impact in my life.
Mhm.
There was one time I saw a horrible face in the window of a neighbor, but it happened that the house was empty since some years before seeing that face, so it got me scared a little. I was like
Yeah, that would be creepy.
12 years old or something like that, and there was one time that I got followed by a guy with a knife, but that's not something paranormal. I was about to get killed one time, but nah.
Yeah, you're
That's
like,
something.
nope.
Yeah,
No.
let's go the other way. Thank you.
Apparently we know more about space than our own ocean. That's scary as fuck. We don't know more about space. We understand space more than we have knowledge of our ocean. Because think about it, space also encompasses other planets with their oceans, right? We know about space as a general whole, but there's not much to know about it. You know, it's a vacuum, there's different heat spots, there's different movements, you know, like there's a star that is technically older than our entire universe based off of the fact that the way that we calibrate how old the universe is, but that has to do with how light passes through heat. Like if you look at after like a hot day and you look at the road, right, there's like the kind of weird wooviness of the image behind it because light is being affected by heat. We hadn't realized that the way that we calibrated shit was messed up because of that. Yep, in space, because well, in space you don't see heat, right? But it has to do with the distance from stars and shit like that. We found a star that was older than how we calculated the universe. So we're like, what the fuck? So there's a lot to it than that. But generally, there's not a whole lot to know. You know, we know where a central point roughly was. We know how everything expanded roughly. We understand how things form roughly, right? We don't know everything specifically because, well, we weren't there and didn't do it ourselves. But we don't know everything that is in our ocean. Bit off topic, but also a firm believer in the paranormal here. That is not off topic. That is completely on topic of what we're talking about tonight. I've been watching Ghost Hunters, and the stuff and things they find do blows my mind. I would say Ghost Hunters is like 90% fake just because it's on TV, and a lot of the shit that they find is like made up or staged. Same thing with like Ghost Adventures. A lot of that is all fake. They're just doing it for the sake of, you know, this will get people's attention on TV. But I definitely do believe ghosts are real. Nearly every house I've ever lived in has been haunted. Just because I'm like a magnet for that shit, I guess. Or I just have very bad luck with it. Ghosts are totally real. I'll fight anyone on it. Yeah, the ghosts gotta be real. Like, there's no way that's not true.
Yeah.
In fact, they don't only prove if something is or isn't, but the fact that they try to make things better for both sides. I prefer the former because you should never try to aggravate spirits to draw them out. Arguably. Depends on your practice, right? Like if you're capable of handling it because your practice allows you to, then cool. Because like, think about it, like if you, a very basic example, I'm not going to say that I'm 100% right on this, but a very basic example, if you were to be like a priest, right, and you were fully practiced, you had a few dozen years under your belt of being a priest, and you were like holy with God and all that, right? You could draw out an evil spirit and you could probably smite that fucker, right? Not because I believe there is a God, not because I believe that their practice is real, not because any of that. I respect their practice.
Oh, you're approaching me.
I can't beat the shit out of you without getting closer.
Oh.
Silva, thank you for the raid. I do appreciate it.
Cool.
Oh man, what were you streaming? But
was
it's
nice.
just an example. 103 monster hunts, nice. But because I believe that because of their practice and their belief and their strength in their belief, Monster Hunter World, nice. They would be able to deal with an aggravated spirit by drawing it out, saying "fuck you" and leave. Right? Not essentially that, but that's essentially it. Right?
Yeah.
I watched Ghost Adventures for a while, and it was interesting, but for certain, don't condone what they do. I mean, Ghost Adventures is all fake. Like, and if it is real, then they're very stupid because they don't have proper practice. Whether or not the guy has experience with shit or not, that is not the way to do that. And that's coming from someone who doesn't really have a flight response when it comes to shit like that. There's only been the one time, and that was with Cute Witch Girl in chat, that I was like, I'm not dealing with this because it was native. I was like, I can't. I literally, that is telling me to leave. It's not malicious. It just doesn't want me here, and I'm not going to be fucking with that.
Thanks for the follow, Kohai.
Love the username. Not saying it out loud, but thank you for following to the trash. I do appreciate it. That's an interesting alert, man. Do you not? You gotta love them, right? Shugi is amazing. Her voice work. We got the cutesy shit. We got the mommy dommy type shit. Like, amazing. There's 2 alerts for everything. So that's definitely hoping I can further study the science behind it. So some things myself, I know there's some malice there to call it. To be cautious with, but it all fascinates me greatly. Yeah, like I'm super into the supernatural. Like, as again, I literally have like a vampiric mixed with Nordic blood rune right in front of me that I made myself for Cute Witch Girl because, you know, Christmas present. I want to deal with it. We will interact with him when it's warmer, and I don't like the cold. Okay, when it's warmer. We can go interact with them then. There's also that structure that was in those same woods that I want to go and check out. I'll give a very quick rundown. Cute Witch Girl and I experienced several things all in one night. We went to a field. We were going towards a forest where people have been murdered, found mauled to death by something that clearly wasn't bears or coyotes. And then we spotted a giant fucking like wolf-headed man thing that she had encountered before. And I was like, I ain't fucking with that. And I turned and I just stared at him as I walked backwards. And my buddy, who I call Buddy, the supernatural thing's been following me since I was 10. He normally keeps other things away from me. He didn't want to approach it. And that was what made me definitely need to like, If the thing that tells everything else to fuck off won't go near it, I can't fuck with it. Like, that's throwing me off. I don't like the heat. Okay, but we'll go in the spring. We'll go for the middle ground, all right? Not too hot, not too cold, all right? We'll go for the middle, all right? When it's about like 10, 15 degrees, as opposed to like negative 20, all right? Like, it's like watching BuzzFeed Supernatural when Shayna's like, scratch me, hit me, kill me, fuck you, ghost, I'm vibrating. Yeah, pretty much. Desire friends to ghost hunt with. I've seen too much shit alone. A team me, please. Oh god. Take me, please. Well, I mean, it's in the town nearby me that Cute Witch Girl and I are gonna be going to. Though, Kitsune, one day you definitely gotta show us that haunted. What is it, a mansion or something like that? That's in your town. We will visit you at some point. We gotta go see that. It's strong now. It's like -2. What? I wore a short sleeve shirt. Yeah, well, today was nice out. That's why. All right. Playing Phasmophobia can help me out with that type of stuff. There being professionalism in it being ghost hunter despite the spirits all being malevolent. I don't know. I couldn't really get into Phasmophobia. I've seen a lot of people play it. Not really my thing. Not the way that you're supposed to interact with ghosts, in my opinion. Oh hell yeah, it's haunted as fuck. It's strong. It's cold as fuck. Y'all whack. Alright. Cute witch girl. You and I want to go Bigfoot hunting. Well, not really Bigfoot hunting, but like going and checking out like ghost towns, but it's right next to the one Bigfoot sighting. It's the most recent sighting in Canada, right? That was documented. Is by one of those ghost towns. So if you want to go in the spring, maybe we can go and pick up Kitsune, even though it's the complete opposite direction. Because she's towards the border and we're going up towards Ottawa. But I mean, you just make it a big long loop and then we'll steal her for a weekend or something. I don't know. Maybe we'll do that in the spring. And then we'll all go out Bigfoot hunting. Mind you, we definitely should have one other person with us as well. So, just because I think that would probably be smart. You, me, witchy girl, let's build a paranormal camper. Oh god. I'm sitting here imagining if there's more tech for paranormal in the future. I'm here thinking eventually we could have a way for a spirit to manifest energy into like a holographic form. That would be interesting. Will Super be down for it too? Maybe. I'd like to meet him first before I agree to go out Bigfoot hunting with him, because if I don't like him, I'm leaving him behind for Bigfoot to eat. Alright? Like, that'd be incredibly interesting. Imagine the face people could encounter. You never know, right? Alright, Rasks, have I bought you enough time to think of any other stories that you've encountered?
Well, right now I ran out of stories, so
Ah, no.
yeah, maybe the next time I could bring some more. But what I wanted to say is, thanks to Kiri Kitsune, that I remember that I will go explore the mountains that I told you before, the ones that are full of the stories of gods, demons, and some weird legends there. So
Maybe take pictures
yeah,
too, because it's always nice to see
yeah,
cool
I will.
pictures.
I will take pictures.
That would be awesome. That'd be awesome. Because you're always welcome when we do this type of stream every Saturday, right? So
Okay.
you're always welcome to join us if you have if you want to be a part of it, right? If not, there's always chat if you want to just hop up and chat here. But
Yeah.
You're welcome to join us for streams. That'd be fun.
Okay. Yeah,
I
thank
mean,
you.
Mondays and Wednesdays are like my gaming streams, but like Saturdays are my IRL streams where we like shoot the shit about creepy shit, supernatural stuff, religious things, paranormal, aliens.
Then I'll try to be
cryptids, all
haunted
that.
by some ghost and something like that for the next
Yeah,
time.
I'll try to be haunted by a ghost. Okay. Well, even if like you come across like any stories other people know, or if you know of any legends, that are in your area, or things that you've been told by like family members and stuff. Not the one driving. No one is getting left behind. Okay, I was making a joke about if we have to see. Here's the thing, when not even like supernatural things, even like a bear, you don't need to outrun the bear. You just need to outrun somebody that you're with. Okay, like, so I mean, if I don't like him, I'm outrunning him. All right.
Oh god.
Oh man. Because what I've been open up to, it makes it seem that eventually it could be possible for full-on conversation between spirits and the way some interaction goes. Well, I mean, that's what a medium is, right? So. I would have let him do that to you, kid. Well, I encountered one probable demon, told you about it, Trash. Yeah, and I will narrate that when I eventually, because I'm actually, you guys can't see it from the angle that this camera is at, but I'm actually building up some false walls in this area. So I'll actually have like an actual recording area again with like, soundproofed a little bit. Like I'll probably end up putting foam on this wall, but I don't think I really need to, so I probably won't. But like I'll have it around here. There'll be like my sound dampening, so my audio will be better. I have a heart condition, so I'm dead. I mean, I also have a heart condition, but I won't outrun you. I'll fight whatever it is, but that's just because I like you a whole lot. All right, I will fight whatever it need be. I will protect. Dang. Listen, I'm getting left behind. He's a track star. Well, if he's a track star, I'll kick out his knee, and then we can outrun him. No. If I don't like him, Bigfoot going to eat tonight.
Yeah.
That we could do a brisk jog. You don't need to run, all right? Your lungs won't explode if it's just a brisk jog, all right? Full of talks with them, though, imagine. Yeah, like, that would be pretty neat, but I don't know even how we could even harness that type of thing. Carried away at this point. I mean, it'd be neat. I had open heart surgery, bro. No, bad. I mean, if I don't like them, I leave them behind for Bigfoot. All right. Both our boys going down fighting while we escape. Bet. Oh no. Would be pretty humorous though. Oh man. Can I have a plan now? Y'all are screwed. I mean, if Cute Witch Girl leaves me for Kitsune, I can't complain too much because I've met Kitsune. I understand. Alright. Alright. Also, where I thought on possible time travelers from the future. I know about that. Interesting things about that. Okay, you don't want to get into time travel talk with me, because I literally study theoretical physics in my spare time, and time travel is the main thing I look into.
Don't join that. Don't.
No. Time travel is so possible, but just out of reach of what we're able to do.
Leave it like that.
Sucks. Yeah, like it is. It would be so easy to, like, not easy, but like on the grand scale of things, easy to do, but we just can't. We don't have the technology to do it. We have the science to be able to prove it's possible, but we can't do it. So it really sucks. Like, you can go forward in time super easy, right? The concept of going forward in time is just literally travel really fast. Like, going backwards in time is going really, really, really fast, right? But then you also have to go so far fast that you go far away, but get back to a point that it already was before it gets there again. It's very confusing. That's why it's theoretical physics. Traveling forward in time, super easy. Going backward in time, quite difficult, but conceptually easy. So, on my way to steal your girl. You are my girl. Shut the fuck up. Oh damn. Oh shit, I have someone I should introduce you to? Really? Okay. I meant Kit. I mean, yeah, I know. Like, Kit is a girl and has a boy on my way to. Oh, you're saying to her boyfriend who isn't here. I get you. I understand. Gonna woo her and we are gonna run away and get married. Well, don't get married, Mr. Steal Your Girl. No, it's Mrs. Steal Her Girl. Or his girl. Or I don't know. I just don't want my girl leaving me. Alright. I accept this abduction. Oh no. Oh no. You can't call it that. My god. Holy shit. I said grill. Fair. Don't touch my barbecue. I'll fuck you up, homie. That's my shit. Now I'm getting hungry. Now I'm a cry.
Me too.
Bro, I'm hungry as fuck now. What the hell? Why am I so hungry now?
Because
Bro, what?
it's a little bit late. I'm hungry. I was planning to eat some food after.
It is
finishing
8:41. The struggle is real. I doubt it's how it is IRL, but in my writings I made several separate realities that are like layers moving out of ours. I mean, that's just called multiverse theory technically, which is in theory doable. Come at me, bro. Geki, I can't come at you. Just buy me dinner. Alright. We're gonna set up a barbecue in the middle of the woods, crack open a brewski, invite Bigfoot. Bro, okay, so here's my plan. If I ever go camping out by myself, or if I'm with a group and I'm out at night, and I've got food, right? And if I can, it sounds really stupid, but I've encountered bears a couple times. I know the smell of bear at this point. I'm actually gonna put this rune back where it's supposed to be, instead of right next to my keyboard. Yeah, no boys allowed. Wow, okay. I want to like make food, right? And if I notice there's a Bigfoot, all right, and say Bigfoot is like over here, I'm gonna take my food that I'm currently eating, all right, and he's over here, right? Like he's over here. I'm gonna walk to like over here in the tree line, put the food down, all right, and then go right back to where I was, and I'll make more food and start eating again. That way Bigfoot knows I left him food, and then he'll be my friend. Because if a bear decides to attack me in the middle of the night, that bear's getting beat up by Bigfoot, because Bigfoot's now my friend. Big brain, bro.
Now you're big brain.
I am
Yes.
very big brain. Think about it though. I mean, like, Could you imagine having Bigfoot as your friend? And the most common to accidentally transport from ours are the spiritual and demon realities. See, that would be very interesting, because like there's got to be different planes of existence. If you think about how many different religious texts talk about different planes of existence, like it's got to be real in some capacity. And I'm a firm believer in reincarnation, so maybe, you never know. Like, I don't think there's like a heaven and a hell kind of thing, but if there is,
Yeah.
maybe they're just different planes and we're just not on those ones, you know. By mistake helps explain why they're in my written universe and makes up a reality. Transplacement that led them to be trapped in ours. Maybe. I'd frisbee that shit Bigfoot was. Wait, no, you don't want to throw it at him because that's aggressive. No. You want to, if you notice him at like corner of your eye or whatever, calmly pick up the food that you're currently eating, all right, and you walk it to the tree line, not near him. You don't want to approach him, right? But you want to walk it in his general direction, but off to the side, and put it down right at the tree line, and then walk right back to where you were. Just let him know. I'll be like, I know you're there. I am giving you an offering, right? But you have to be calm. You can't be scared, because they'll pick up on that shit. Humans can pick up on when you're scared or not, right? Bigfoot definitely can. You know I'm gonna buy you dinner. Geki, if you buy me dinner, I will love you forever. I am hungry as fuck, homie. Actually, do we think a zombie apocalypse or invasion could be possible? I really want Ghost to get on tonight. Because Geki, my dude. What? Why is Geki your dude? Hold on. Oh, you didn't even notice Geki was here. Okay. I want a Ghost to get on because in Afghanistan, there's a lot of soldiers that have talked about like zombie-like situations where there's like creatures that don't have heads or they have limbs falling off. Like, I really want to know if Ghost has ever experienced something like that because he's ex-military, right? So, and he was deployed out in Afghanistan. Plus, he's also from Florida, so there's a lot of supernatural stuff there. A lot of ghosts, a lot of, you know, paranormal activity, and skunk ape, right? So, plus there's the Everglades there. I don't know if he's ever been near the Everglades, but there's a lot of shit in the Everglades. So, I'd feed him out of the palm of my hand and build a cabin near him to live and just be a which, okay, so hear me out. I would be so for living out in the middle of buttfuck nowhere, all right, out in the woods, provided that I had 3 Tibetan Mastiffs, all right, like 3 Tibetan Mastiffs, giant dogs. They're called bear dogs, or bear. Yeah, they're called bear dogs. They hunt bears. The Russian bear dogs. All right. The Russians use them to go and hunt down bears, and Russian bears are bigger than Canadian bears. And Canada has the largest grizzlies. All right, next to Russia. All right, Russian bears, like grizzly bears, are just ever so slightly bigger. I think it's like they get like 3 inches taller, but like they get a little bit bigger. Russians are wild. Yeah, Russians are insane. So like imagine having 3 I want 3 Tibetan Mastiffs. If I'm gonna live out in the middle of fucking nowhere, 3 Tibetan Mastiffs. They will be really well trained. All right, they will be my guard dogs. All right, and then I'll also probably have, I don't know what's a really good scout dog, right? But I'd want like another good dog that's really fast and good at scouting, and it would be a part of that pack too. And they would be on guard at all times. I would have my entire cabin area cleared out around it, so there's at least 50 feet in all directions in a circle from my cabin, right? But before the tree line, all right? That way there's always a way to protect myself in my home, right? There would be a fence that goes completely around, and it wouldn't be like, oh, a little chain fence. No. That would be like an 8-foot large fucking spiked fence going all the way around my house, because I ain't fucking with no cougars, I ain't fucking with no bears, I ain't fucking with none of that shit. Bigfoot wants in, Bigfoot can come in, because I will have a latch fucking like 7 feet up. I can reach 7 feet up. I'm 6 foot. All right. I can reach up and I can grab that. Bigfoot wants in. Bigfoot can open it. Bigfoot's smart enough. All right. And if Bigfoot wants to come in, go ahead, bro. You allowed in, right? I'm all good with being friends with Bigfoot. All right. But the second he starts fucking my house, I'll be like, bro, I'll bring you food. I'll bring out shit for you. You want some cooked beans? Here's some cooked beans. All right. But I need a way to have food. I would need a way to have running water. I would need to have electricity, right? I can live without all that because as long as there's a stream nearby, I know what I'm doing. I can use fire, I don't need electricity, but I won't have my current job, and I like my job a lot. Being completely off-grid wouldn't be hard for me. I know how to make solar panels, I know how to make battery generators, I know how to make alternators, I know how to make all of that shit. I can literally make 2 batteries live off of each other forever, okay, based on just using an alternator. Well, technically you need 2 alternators, but you know what I'm saying. So I would need a very, like, I'd be able to do that. That's the only way that I would live out there, become friends with Bigfoot. Leprosy? What? I don't know what you're talking about. I suppose someone with leprosy and fresh rabies could be considered a zombie. The odds of seem slim though. No, like genuine fucking zombie type shit is out in Afghanistan. Like there's too many fucking stories about it. Just look up anything where it's like ex-military shit, right? Or like military green text, military Reddit posts, military scary stories, anything. They always talk about zombies in Afghanistan. Always. Iraq, Afghanistan, all of that shit. There's always some form of zombie story over there. Hey, how's it going, Courtney? Welcome to the stream, bro. Jack Russells are fast little shitheads that don't take shit from no one. I don't know if they're really good scouts though, because it would need to have a really good sense of smell and be able to outrun anything. So yeah, seems COD had more knowledge than us then. Yeah, maybe, you never know. My aunt had a jack that killed a skunk without getting sprayed. I mean, that's not hard. Oh man, Rask, what did you send me? You gotta head out.
Yep.
Just say it, homie.
I didn't want to interrupt your talking. You were really into it.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
Thank you for today, for letting me participate in your stream, and thanks to all the people who's listening to me and to you. So yeah, that's it for me.
You're always welcome, buddy. You're always welcome. If you ever have any stories, you're always welcome. Or if we're ever having another discussion that you just want to be a part of it, you can always stop on by. Okay.
Okay.
And once again, everyone, that was that's Rask's. So let me drop his Twitter here again. If you feel like going and follow, I want that to send. Thank you. If you feel like following him over on Twitter, drop him a follow. He's a cool dude. Thank you for stopping on by, dude.
Goodbye, people, and goodbye, Trash. Thank you.
See you around, buddy. Yay, Christmas Furby nightmares. Wait, what? This has been nice. Time for me to split since I'm streaming in less than half an hour. Gonna go play and complete Tattletale. Alright, you have fun with that. I appreciate you stopping on by. It doesn't mean a whole lot. I'm good. How are you? I'm alright, you know. Like I was a little intoxicated at the start of the stream. I think I've started to sober up enough. I'm really hoping that Cute Witch Girl decides that she wants to come over after she's done work tonight. Whether or not she does, you know, I mean, there is kind of a lockdown thing going. No, lockdown's done now, isn't it? Wasn't it over on the 4th? I don't know. I don't know. I miss her. But seeing her would be nice. Nope. Oh, rip. Well, now I'm just gonna cry. But you know what I mean. Lockdown is still on. My sister would freak. Fair enough, fair enough. I'll just cry about it. Don't mind me. You'll be fine. I'm sure I will be. My heart. It's just my heart. Don't worry about it. But yeah, we just been vibing. I left the Discord. Might be. I'm back. No worries. It happens. People end up leaving all the fucking time. Some of my close friends left, and I was like, whatever. If you're not active, you're not active. It is what it is. Like the server is getting more and more active. But I think that has to do with the fact that I'm getting more and more people to start joining lately. Also, my subtitles are totally in the wrong spot there. What's going on with that? That should be good. I just noticed that they were over top of chat for some reason. They're not supposed to be. They're also a little bit too high. God damn it. Alright. Now let's say that they're good. Hopefully they're good. Yeah, it's just barely under, so it's fine. Also, final note, Bigfoot is indeed real. He has 4 giant wheels and eats cars. Yeah, he's also blue. Yeah. My mans. Ah, shit. It be what it be. So, Ghost, are you still here in podcast mode? Just chilling? Because he said that he was. I know Frosted Fricks is still here just lurking. And I should bully him for only lurking, but you know. I just be like, oh, look at this man. Doesn't even love me. Can't believe him. Jackie said he'd buy me dinner and he didn't. Oh boy. But yeah, like, I don't know, I'm super into like supernatural stuff, and I'm so glad that I get to like hear more from other people nowadays. Like, I can't wait until we have more people joining us, because I love hearing other people's stories. You never said what you want, bro. Are you actually good? If you actually will, like, you know what my treat stream be? It's in chat somewhere. I think you just do like !food or some shit if you felt like it. I don't know. Easy bet with me is always shawarma. No, but you don't have to do that, homie. Like, I mean, I'll be happy if you do. But Ghost still hasn't even texted me back either, so he's probably still driving. He showed me like this really cool car that he was working on today. It was pretty dope looking. Oh, my music is still muted. I'm sorry about that, you guys. I meant to unmute that once the ads were over. The downside to using Spotify without Spotify Premium. I got new pinchers for my plugs today. Really? That sounds kind of cool. Nice, nice. So, does anyone else have any interesting stories that they'd like to share with us today in chat? Because I don't mind narrating stuff. I don't mind, you know, shooting the shit with you guys if you want to change subjects a little bit. I'm just always super into like talking about like creepy shit. Creepy, supernatural. I remember, I think it was last week or the week before, Keter was with us. And, not Kenner, Keter. 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 Alright, you know what? Y'all understood what I said. My subtitles are just really dumb. Alright. But no, Keter Knoll was with us today, or on Saturday, last week or the week before, and he was talking about stuff that he experienced, and him and I were shooting the shit. Talked about a bunch of different scary things that have happened to us in the past, things that he's experienced recently, and to the fact that he was even like, I had my gun, and I was like, oh hell no, this isn't gonna do shit, and I was like, damn. He also showed me some really creepy tombstones that he found, because he owns like a large amount of property over in the States. I don't have a story, but I have a weird fact. I'm always down for weird facts. I don't mind narrating anything. Well, nah, there's limits, but you know. So, he found like a graveyard out on his property, and he was like, yeah, of course I found it at nighttime. It's really creepy. It's like a very like ancient looking fucking graveyard. And I was like, oh hell no. Yeah, shit's whack, dude. Like, I can't imagine all the creepy stuff that you could find on his property. I told him that once this whole lockdown thing is done, and I've got my life back on order, and I can actually go and visit all my friends out in the States, because I want to travel all over the States and meet up with all my friends from online. He was like, man, you can come here and chill for a while. And I was like, dope. So I was like, you got to teach me how to fire a gun. He's like, you know how much property I got? I can teach you how to fire any gun you want. And I've got some big guns. And I was like, all right, cool. I've never even fired a handgun. So I'm like, that'll be dope. But we're just gonna go and explore his property. He's like, yeah, and I'm in fucking prime Bigfoot territory. I'm like, yes, like, this is my shit, dude. All right, I went to my piercing shop today because I thought I had a tear in my ear. I don't, but I have a freckle on the inside of my lobe where my piercing hole is. Now, how did that develop? Did you have a freckle where the piercing was, and when the piercing went through, the skin healed inwards with the freckle? Because that's the only way I could think of that happening. Well, that's depressing. This is my last energy drink. Now it's empty. Well, I've only got one thing left. Well, I mean, technically I've got two things, but nope, I don't know how the fuck you got there. Maybe it was just your time to get a freckle. Alright. That's actually what I really like about this filter is you can't see any of my freckles. I hate my freckles so much. Like, I didn't even pause the timer. Like you can kind of see them. Like I got like freckles like up here and whatnot, but they go right across. But I hate my freckles. But I mean, I could just completely get rid of shit and just be beautiful like this. Alright, just do like all sorts of different things. This one's pretty cool. I really like this one. I got this one. I can be kawaii, you know. Or I just do this, be like, hey yo, what's up? We in the blue now. Alright, freckles are adorable, not gonna lie. I mean, I can't lie. They are kind of cute. I just don't like them on me. Alright. Also, I want to show you guys something. So, this candy bar right here. It's called Awake Chocolate. Alright. This has, I believe, 100? Yeah, 100 milligrams of caffeine in it. Alright. I don't know if you can see it on there. Whatever. It's this right here. It says 100. Alright. This whole energy drink has 180 milligrams. This tiny little chocolate bar, just 2 tiny pieces, is 100. This is 180. I used to fucking live off of these when I worked at McDonald's and did overnights, because I just buy a bunch of these. I have freckles, but you just can't see them because of acne. Just eating pub mix. See, that's the thing. Like, it be what it be, you know? I find it really funny, completely unrelated. I know a lot of people that like complain about acne and stuff like that, and I mean, even without a filter, you can see I don't get it. Like I get like maybe like an occasional 1 or 2, but that's just because, you know, sometimes become a sweaty boy because I sit in a very warm apartment, you know, most of the time. Now it's a basement, but I've got a heater on over there. I've got a computer. I got a spotlight. I got like a lava lamp. I got a light right here behind me that, you know, like room gets a little warm. That's the only time, and it's just from a little bit of sweat or whatever. Do not use acne creams. Don't use any shit like that. Your skin becomes dependent on it, just like using like lip balm and stuff. Don't use that. Your skin becomes dependent on it, and then you need to use it more often and more often and more often and more often, and then when you don't have it, you get fucked, right? I literally take a loofah, you know, I wash my whole body when I'm in the shower. I'm like, ooh, get the shoulders, you know, get the neck, get the chest, you know, get the buttocks, you know, get the leggies, you know, get my armpits, you know, and do everything. And then at the end of it, you just kind of like pull the lip rings into the mouth, right? So they're rolled in. Do that so they don't get caught on a loofah. I just rinse it off. And then you're good. Literally all you gotta do. I mean, it works pretty damn well. Because I'm not dependent on like some like proper cleanser or something like that my skin becomes dependent on, you know? So, just so you know. You've gotten super better since high school. You used to break out daily. So that's the thing, like I used to get like occasional stuff, but like it was just I've always done the same thing. Like I just, yeah, it works, you know. What's not awful is mostly in my cheeks, but you know, whatever. It be what it be, right? Like everyone's gonna end up getting acne at some point or another. Another thing is like if you don't use cold water to like close up your pores after a shower, you're gonna get like acne, right? Like if you take a hot shower, most of the time when you're sitting in a hot shower, the water's hitting you right on the shoulders and on the back. That's where you get like all the back acne and stuff because it opens up all the pores. And then you end with a hot shower. If you end with a cold shower, it closes all those pores, right? You cleaned them all out and now they're closed so nothing gets in, right? So gets rid of all the back acne and stuff like that. Yeah, I got bad acne, do a double cleanse, some toner, and then simple wash. Literally it. Yeah, I just literally take the loofah that was just touching my ass cheeks and just scrub my face. Sometimes my septum gets caught in a soda can tab, and it's just Akko Taco. That would really suck. Like, I don't know. Like, I always put my tablet to the side because I don't like it booping my nose, and I blame my parents for that because I never had a problem with it until they mentioned it, and then I always felt to touch my nose, so I had to push it to the side so I don't get that anymore. Not that I have a septum piercing, but you know, I just don't like touching my nose anymore. So I have really bad blackheads all over. Started using facial cleanser and it's gone now. Never touching your face again. It's not like it came right from my ass. I rinse it off first. Think about it. Use a towel. You're gonna use the same towel the next day. It touched your ass and your face, but it forgets by tomorrow. You know, you do your face first. All right, gotta do a shock wash with hot and finish with cold. It's good for your skin and hair especially. Trust me, I know hair care. Well, do you know your hair care though? Do you put in conditioner before or after your shampoo? Okay, Mouse, I must go lamp waifu went live. Wow, okay, Geki, I see who's more important. I see. He said he'd buy me dinner, didn't buy me dinner, leaves me for a lava lamp. A very attractive lava lamp, mind you. But a lava lamp. No. A one that said that she would be joining us tonight, but instead decided to do her own stream. Alright, my body already clean, and now the press is being clean. I mean... why do you ever wash your towels then? If you're already clean. I just fucked with you. No, I feel you on that. Time to eat this chocolate. See, the funny thing is, this chocolate literally tastes like Easter chocolate. You know, it's like that really dense, thick-ass chocolate, and it's got like a little owl on it. It's kind of cool. But do conditioner after shampoo, but what really matters is massaging both in and letting it sit. Won't do shit if you rinse right away. Untrue. Depends on your hair type, but also you should always put in conditioner first if you want no flyaway hairs. Your hair won't be quite as soft, but it'll be better. You leave the conditioner in, you put in the conditioner first, you put it through all of your hair, starting at the ends, going up to the root, not from the root to the end. And then you put on all your, like, your body wash or your soap or whatever you use. You should never use a bar soap, you should always use body wash, or a type of cleanser, just because soap leaves a film on you, unless you're using a scrub afterwards. But you, because the build off cells and decay skin. But you're already clean though, right? But yeah, so you do the conditioner first, and you go all the way up, and then you put on all your like body cleaning, and then you put the shampoo on top of your conditioner, massage that in, and then after you leave that in for a little bit, you rinse it all out, and your hair won't have any flyaways. Trust me, because even though my hair has been in the hat all fucking day, if I like go down, you can actually, I should probably just turn this off so you can see better. There's like no flyaways, just like the hair that decided to like go a different direction because it's under a hat. But like I don't have flyaway hairs because it's all going the same direction because it's all held down. If trash ends up dead, I have an alibi. Damn. And here I was gonna ask something very important of you next time I saw you in real life. God damn it. I'll try it. I usually only get flyaways in winter because of the dry air. Well, it also keeps your hair more straight and more like, you know, proper. But I will sometimes do conditioner after if I want my hair to be softer. That's usually if I'm trying to train my hair up, which I'm currently trying to train my hair because as you can see, there's some on this side that want to go like back this way because my hair used to have a natural part that went there. But now that I've cut my hair, you know, I'm trying to make it all go this way. So I'll put in the conditioner afterwards and then I'll throw on a hat. And with that, I know exactly what you're going to ask me. Thanks. And what was I going to ask you? I have very big hair. Lol, it only looks straight because it's so long. Just cut my bangs and they're nuts. I mean, unless it's changed since I last saw it, it's not that big. Mind you, last time I saw you was in 2017, so.
Some guy called Peter.
Probably gonna ask me out or some gay shit? That's lame. Why would I do that? I was gonna ask you to marry me or some shit. Come on, loser. Nah, still 3 feet. Kitsune, we're not talking about your height here. Come on, girl. For my girl, no. Come on, girl. Jesus. Oh, man. Why is there a clip of my stream? What was clip worthy? I'm a little concerned. Hair down to my knees when wet. That would explain you being 3 feet. Yep. Oh man. Holy shit, how are we at 1234 already? I mean like followers. We've literally got 1, 2, 3, 4 followers. We literally just passed 1200 like a week ago. What the fuck? That's insane. You guys are insane. I cannot believe you guys. I really need to do more just chatting streams though, because you guys seem to enjoy these a lot more than when I'm like playing video games. I don't know. Like I love playing video games, but people don't seem to really care. Well, shit. Don't mind me just readjusting. But yeah. Ghost did say that he would join us, but we're approaching the final hour. Actually, we're in our final hour of the stream. And this dumbass, I cannot believe him. He said he'd be there, and he put us into podcast mode. I'm just gonna like send him boy in all caps. Send him boy in all caps. I'm literally texting my buddy who was in Florida, and I'm in Canada. And I'm like, homie, get the fuck in here. I love you. Don't leave me. You're my best friend. Oh, I see. This boy right here playing VR chat. I see him on Discord playing VR chat. Okay, all right. Who in chat plays VR chat and has Ghost on their friend list? Who here? Frosted Fricks, if you're actually here, homie. Hop in VR chat. Join on Ghost, because I'm pretty sure you guys have each other. And be like, Ghost, Trash wants you in his stream. Why are you there? Why aren't you there? What's wrong with you? Why do you hate him? Make him feel bad. But yeah, close it up. I'm slowly working on cutting my hair to shoulder length and dyeing it pink. That would be really cute. Just seems like you're trying to... Wait, Masada, you have him too, right? Welcome back, Geki. Did the lava lamp not show you affection? Here, I'll show you a real lava lamp. Yeah. There's all the Ava you need. Nah, Ava's bae. She's cool. She was actually gonna join us at one point, but she ended up getting busy with other shit. I'm on both streams. Oh, okay, I see. Oops. Masada, do you know... I'm pretty sure you know Rad Ghost, right? Or Ghost Glitches. I'm not sure which one it is on there, but... I know you've met. Gonna look like cotton candy. Fair. Can't believe he said he'd be here and just put us in podcast mode though. I want to hear stories. I want to hear his like military stories. Whatever he's let tell actually. And like his like shit from Florida, because everyone knows a Florida man knows shit. There's always weird stuff in Florida. Goddamn. Everyone knows about the Florida bath salt guy. That was in like 2012, wasn't it? Like the world was really ending that year. Like there was like 5 or 6 different cases of like zombie like shit. I was like, I am fucking with it. The dude that like ripped out his own organs and started throwing them at police. The other dude that like ate the face of a guy and then like tackled a cop and tried to eat him. Like, shit was insane, man. That was like 2011, 2012, somewhere around there. That was definitely the zombie apocalypse, and we stopped it in its tracks. I love that I get like really quiet for a minute, because I'm like, bro, I gotta eat me a little bit of like caffeinated chocolate and drink some water. I wonder if I can get anyone else to join us for like creepy stories. I know I already messaged Keter and he hasn't replied yet. I'm assuming he's probably working, knowing him. Love the song title. Right? You're cute, but you don't understand. Exactly. Oh, well. I guess we'll just sit here and it'll be just us. So, I don't know, what should we discuss now? I don't know. I know we've discussed quite a lot about like my religious, or not religious, but like spiritual beliefs, I guess, because it's not really religious. My understanding of how I believe things work, the things that I'm into. You know what? Let's get into something that I really need to get. I really need to get myself a collection of firestones, right? And I call like rubies and garnet and other red like stones, like firestones. There's different types of stones based off of like different colors, based off of the vampiric clan that I learned shit from. Now I don't know if all of them are like that, or if it was just that one that did that kind of thing, because you know, different beliefs of different groups. I mean, like there's different types of Christianity, there's different types of vampirics, different types of like pagan religions. You know, like there's a bunch of different or practices, not religions, because I guess not religion, but practices. So for them, there was different like colored stones for different things. And red stones, it was based off the color that they were, was the affinity that they had for a certain element. And for some reason, Noella, you gotta be more careful. You're gonna hurt yourself. Is that so? Is that? Don't eat my chocolate. It's too much caffeine for you, you butthead. Look at this girl right here. Say hello to the people. Look that way. Say hello. My mom was going through her stuff and found a fatty citrine geo. So that's on my altar right now. Nice, nice. Fluffy, yes. This is Noella. This is my Persian Himalayan mix. She is my little baby. If I tell my cat not to touch my food, then she won't. Well, I didn't tell her not to. She just came over and was like, what is this in my face? She just wanted to come say hi. She was wondering what the hell I was doing. But I didn't tell her not to, I just kind of left it there. If I moved it out of the way first, then she wouldn't have touched it. Dogs are far superior. I don't know, dogs eat their own shit. I don't know if that makes them superior. I've seen golden retrievers do that, and they're technically the smartest ones. You also got to remember that dogs are individual eaters, cats are social eaters. Cats share their food with others. Dogs will bare their teeth at you if you try and touch their food while they're eating, right? Not all of them, right? You can train that out of them. But generally, dogs are, this is my food and mine, right? You cannot take their food or share it with them, right? Cats share their food, right? So if they see that you're eating food, they assume that it's a group thing. Right? That's just how their brain works. They're like, look at a lioness, right? You have a bunch of lioness, they'll capture like a gazelle or something like that, and they'll bring it back to the alpha, right? Like the alpha male. He will get the first few bites, and then they're all allowed to eat it together, right? Whereas wolves, the alpha gets it, and then you get the alpha female gets it, and then it slowly over time, And then eventually it is the beta or the omega at the back that finally gets to eat. So Finn won't, he never did, but he's also a beta male. Like he's a little baby. He just does what you say. Well, yeah, but again, like it's personality over actual instinct too, right? Like in general, right? I mean, think about it. Not everyone's a dumbass, but I've met a lot of dumbasses, right? Like as a general whole, humans are fucking stupid, but I've met a lot of smart people, right? But no, like dogs are individual eaters. They do not want other animals touching their food, right? Whereas cats will share their food, right? That's why they have, if you have multiple cats, they all eat their food out of like either the same bowl that's big or food bowls right next to each other. Dogs generally want their food separate from each other, or they'll take turns eating because it's just how it is. Right, a kitty named Finn? Yeah, her dog's name is Finn. But yeah, so I mean, it is like what it is, right? But if I tell my cat not to touch my food, she goes, I get it. I've been trained not to touch that shit. But if it's just laying there and it's open for her to eat, she's like, okay, gonna eat it. Fuck it. Because it's for both of us, you know? And I share my food with my cat because they are social animals. Depends on what food it is, right? If I tell her no, then she's like, understood. Alpha said no. That's fair. I don't know, cats eat each other's barf. So do dogs. But that's because it didn't come out the back end. It came out the front end. So to them, it's still food. So that's just how that works. Can't say something that they both do and say it as if it's a bad thing to one, right? That only discredits yourself more. Just means that it's one thing that cats have over dogs. Because I've never seen a cat eat shit. But I've seen cats eat barf, yes, but I've seen dogs eat shit and barf. Dogs don't even, it doesn't even have to be the dog's shit. It could be someone else's shit. It could be anything. Dog will eat it. Eat the garbage, eat a couch, you know. Eat a random animal it found on the side of the road, you know. Because just what dogs do. Alright. Oh god. We need to think about some more spooky stuff that has happened. We need to talk about more things. I mean, my supernatural buddy, who I just call Buddy nowadays, he comes and goes now, which is really weird. Because until like a couple months ago, he was always around. Never far away, always around. And then he just stopped showing up. Oh god, the hiccups are back. Earlier, so I got a problem with hiccups. When I have hiccups, it's like embooted in the chest from the inside out. I hiccuped for like 5 minutes straight. And I normally get one hiccup and my body's like, But, oh god, I was like hiccuping for like 5 minutes straight and I was like dying. So that was terrible. That was actually the only reason that I had that third smoke, was because I was like, that'll change my breathing because I'll be focusing on breathing in, right? So that's why I had to smoke it. It fixed it. So I was like, okay, cool. So if I want to quit, like, stop having hiccups, I just have a smoke. Meanwhile, my old cat decided one day to catch a live robin and bring it into our kitchen. He looks so proud of himself. Oh, by the way, hi. How's it going, K9? I haven't seen spirits at our last house. I mean, that could be a good thing. The hell was I just talking about? I don't really care about the hiccup thing I was talking about. I was gonna say something else. Oh, Buddy, you know. But now I just won't see him for like a few days at a time. I'm like, where the fuck this boy at? The last one I saw was great. Was that the one that you typed up and sent to me? Because that was spooky. That was rather quite frightening. And I cannot wait to actually be able to record again. What we talk about? Just creepy shit, supernatural stuff, you know. That was a while ago. Okay. Yeah, because that one, I cannot wait to record. Once I have all of this set up, because I have like a false wall put up over here. I'm gonna be building another one over there once I've got like my my box spring down here, but I have to like literally cut up my box spring to be able to fit it down into this basement and then rebuild it down here. So that's gonna be fun. But then I'll put up the wall next to it. But the wall is about 30% done. It's just the inner structuring, and then I'm gonna be using some like potentially some dense cardboard in certain spots that it needs it. And then I'll be putting a bunch of white panels on either side. I might only need it on one side, but I would like it on both just for the sake of keeping it all structured together and it's kind of like flat. I need to like trim up some parts so it stays flush. And then we're putting all the egg flats on the inside for better soundproofing. So that'll be nice because the foam does the sound dampening. The egg flats do the sound dissipation. So there isn't actually any actual soundproofing, but my acoustics will sound better in here. Not that it probably matters too much. My audio sounds better than a lot of people, even though I'm using, well, hold on, let me mute my mic for a sec. I'm using a Rock Band microphone. Just because I know how to do mixing, my audio sounds better than most people, but it will sound even better without any reflected sound hitting it. So, right. Well, the last one was dug up by my slumlord doing construction in the basement. She haunted a hallway and her face looked like a piece of lunch meat with a smiley carved into it. That was rad as fuck. That would be creepy as all hell, fuck that. Oh, I got one. I got chased home by a ghost plane once. A ghost plane. If it's a plane, did you consider staying still so it flew over top? But no, I would love to hear this story. That sounds interesting as all hell, dude. Ah, well. Trying to think about other shit that I really want to do. Because I know I want to do some, like, actual, like, urban exploration. And, like, when I go through those ghost towns, when Cute Witch Girl and I eventually end up doing that. If we do. I really hope we do, but, you know, if we do. I would like to. I want to see, like, if there's any, like, supernatural or paranormal stuff that we can encounter while we're out there. You know, like, just make, like, a day or a weekend out of it, even. Right? If she's cool with crashing in a fucking car for a weekend, we'll just, like, oh, shit. Find a weekend that we got it to ourselves. And then, you know, just live in the car. That'd be kind of neat. Linda Carter. No, live in the car. What the fuck, subtitles? Oh my god. But yeah, like, that'll be interesting. Like, I don't know, it'd be neat. I would enjoy it. Like, I just want to see what else is out there, and like, I don't really leave my town that often, right? So going like way out there would be fun. If we could, I'd love to go back to my aunt's old place. She used to live in a 300-year-old stone farmhouse, and the basement was fucked up haunted. Fucked up haunted? Really? That would be kind of neat. That'd be quite the adventure, though. I don't know, because like, I don't even know where all we're gonna be going. Like, this oppressive darkness that weighed on your soul as soon as you got down the stairs. I don't know how much I'd like that, but it would sound at least interesting to try out being near. I don't know, normally like that type of shit doesn't get to me, because like, again, like the rings, the fuck you ring of pushing things away, the ring where things can't touch me, and then I also have like a bubble type thing I push out on top of all that. So having all that, most things can't get near me. So I never really get to experience that kind of shit. Sometimes I get like this uneasing feeling where I'm like, I shouldn't be here, like that one night with Cute Witch Girl. But that's really the only time that it's affected me to the point where it's like, I can't be here, I need to leave, like we're not doing this. There was a well built into the wall that was sealed and it just radiated fear. I only ever went into that room once and refused to go down ever again. Damn. We were super positive there was a body down there. Like, there had to be. I don't know, I'm too inquisitive. I would have found out. I would have had to find out. So I was walking home from school, and I heard the sound of a propeller plane getting louder. It was a cloudy day, so I assumed it was above the clouds. But as it got louder, it didn't pass overhead. It just got louder and louder, so I panic, thinking a plane was coming down on top of me, and run home. Sound stayed above my head for the 15 minutes it took to run home. Jesus, that'd be no fun. Fuck that. I was like 9, so fuck that. I mean, okay, now hear me out. At 9, I thought I was invincible. So, I would have done it. No, it was not fun. I could not imagine. That would be actually really fucking creepy. I'd be like, they're coming to get us. Oh, hell no. Oh, well. Anyone else hopped up online that might have creepy, scary stories to share with us? Doesn't look like there's anyone in my Discord that kind of bites. I would really like to hear more stories. Because I like talking about my stuff, but I'd love to hear more people's stuff. Like, State, you still think you're invincible? I do not think I'm invincible. I'm just very durable. Okay? Like, look at this wrist. It bends again now. It's only been like 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. And I injured it 3 times. First time it snapped. Second time it snapped again. And third time it definitely snapped. So, I'm pretty okay. I mean, I got this little stress ball, alright? I just sat there and I was doing this. I was getting like the strength back in my hand, right? I actually have a weight right here on my desk because I started lifting weights again. I'm actually the heaviest I've ever been in my entire life. I'm 140 pounds up to about 143 depending on the day. And it's pretty nice because I'll just sit here at my desk and when I'm like watching YouTube or playing a video game or something like that or just listening to music, I'll sit there and I'll start lifting weights until my arm hurts. Actually, the way that I lift my weights is I turn in my chair like this, so the back of my chair is over here. I grab my weight, and I just put it straight down. I pull up, and then I go down, and then I twist, and I put all the way back, and then I bring it back, and I pull it up. And I do that until my arm hurts like a bitch, like really fucking hurts. And then I keep doing it for like another minute, and then I swap arms. And I'll do that for, well, I'll do one set like that until my arm really hurts, swap arms until it really hurts, and then I'll grab it, and then I'll kind of only do the forearm, so I'll pull up and it'll go straight down, and then I'll pull, obviously this is shorter because there's a desk in my way, but you know, all the way up, and then just straight down, so it's all forearm strength. And I'll do that till it hurts, and then I'll go for another minute or two, and then I'll swap arms, and then I'll do that back and forth between those 2 different things for about an hour, maybe 2 hours. I don't count reps. Oh, I'm on top of sweater. I don't count reps or anything like that. I just kind of do it until my arm really hurts, and then I'll just do it for another minute or 2, swap arms. And my arms have gotten quite a bit bigger. I'm it's actually solid muscle now. I'm pretty stoked about it. I don't know, it sounds really weird because I've only been doing it for a little over a week now. My arms have actually gained 3 inches in circumference. Oh, which seems like a whole lot, but my arms are just going back to what they used to be. And I'm getting my Popeye arms back. This right here is again, you can already see how defined this is getting. It's damn son. Well, I mean the white light there isn't helping, but my arms get so big. I'm oh shit. It's actually getting really defined. I'm look at this. It's insane. I've been doing it for only a week and my arms are oh, we're going right back to being strong. And I can lift so much more again. I'm literally I'm using a 7.7 pound weight. That is all, right? But because I do it for hours at a time, my arms are just we're good, just keep doing it. So lost 8 pounds since last Saturday. Whoops. I'm assuming you didn't do it in a healthy way, but I also know that you want to lose weight, so I'm proud of you, but I also care about you, so please do it safely. I got this clown nose I stole off Pennywise. I need to get back in shape. I'm pathetic, lol. Lost a lot of strength in my right arm last year after the shingles wrecked my nerves. Yeah, that would really suck. Well, that was the main thing that I started using the stress ball for. It's because my grip strength got really weak after I snapped up this wrist. So I've just been doing that constantly. And now that this because at first it was all right, I can get to that, right? Because that was all my hand could really do. Obviously it was this hand, but you know what I'm saying. But then it was just all the way down. I'm I need a tennis ball now. Because apparently if you use a proper tennis ball, not a dollar store tennis ball, but an actual good tennis ball, it's 50 or 60 pounds of pressure to crush those in. So it's shit, need to be able to do that. Witch girl, don't do that. Gotta be more careful, girl. I want you to be healthy. Alright, that's what matters to me. Healthy and safe. But yeah, so it's been super nice though, like getting all the muscle back in my arms and like having like a lot of definition. Like it's to the point that my arms are like permanently pumped now. I'm like, oh yeah, like I got like strength in my arms. I'm like, my arms used to like almost go flat, and now like there's the muscle in the way there, so it really goes there, and I'm like, yes. Eat me, rude. I will. Come over. I'm safe. Mm-hmm. Alright. So we got about a half hour left in this stream. That's not too bad at all. Damn. Yeah, like, I'm pretty excited about the fact that I'm gaining muscle back. Next I need to figure out how I want to start doing like my core and everything, because that'll go right back to what it was too. It's like, I guess, a form of muscle memory in a way. But like, I don't know. I really want my abs that are really good again. Like they're better than they used to be without working out. Just because when I hit that growth spurt, which was kind of neat that I hit a growth spurt at 24, I gained like an inch in height. I can't wear half my shirts anymore, and you know, my shoulders went outwards. So I was like, okay. But my core got a lot more like defined with the muscle. I was like, that's pretty nice. So I want to start doing like either crunches or sit-ups or whatever. But crunches are better for it, because you just do like the in 1-2 type side thing and then go back down. So it's harder to do that rather than I'm already at my desk and I just kind of like lift the weight, right? That I have to actually get down onto like the floor and start doing the crunches. It's like, if I'm already sitting in a chair, I can just turn to the side of the chair and just lift my arm up and back, you know, like whatever. But yeah, it's not that bad. Not bad at all. Alright, so do we have any more spooky, scary stories in chat from you guys? Because I would love to hear more. I know Cute Witch Girl has a whole bunch of shit, but her stuff would take out a long time to type out, so that's up to her if she feels like doing that. Plus, she's probably, looking at the time, gonna be getting ready to start work. Not right away, but like getting her shit ready to start work soon. Me and Cute Witch Girl in the same boat. It'd be what it be. I don't know. I know Kitsune has a story, but I don't want to like narrate it on stream before I actually make the video of it. You know what I mean? I don't know. Geki, are you still here, homie? Kira not buying me shawarma. Oh man. Kira. No, I said here and. God damn. These damn subtitles, boy. I have one. It's more depressing than like a cool supernatural story, so not sure if you want to hear it. I mean, if it's supernatural, or like paranormal, or cryptid, or creepy, you know, aliens, I'm all for that. Downers, unless it's in that same kind of vein, not really. If it's just like a sad story, I'm alright. When my fiance died, I used a spirit box to contact him at our favorite place. I could pick his voice out of 1,000 others, and it was definitely him. We talked for about 45 minutes. She has told me about this, actually. And, yeah, I actually, like, highly respect this dude. He seemed like an amazing guy. I don't think we would have gotten along, but I definitely have a lot of respect for him. I have more stories. A few long and a few too short. Oh my lord, I want to use a spirit box so bad. I mean, we're all gonna hang out together eventually, alright? Like, we all live in different small towns, but I mean, not that far apart. Like, it's only a few hours drive in total to pick up everyone, so it be what it be. But I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of talking with ghosts. For one reason. All of my practice, everything that I do, none of it is able to do anything about ghosts. None of it connects to ghosts in any way, and ghosts are the only thing that can get inside of my bubble and still touch me. Like, I remember, I've told the story before. There was, I'll let Kitsune type out her thing. but while she's typing that out, I'll tell my story. So, oh, cute witch girl loves typing a thing, so I'll get to that after I tell off mine. That way, more of it is there. That will be good. All right. So, an ex of mine back when I was about 14 or 15. She lived in Hamilton, Ontario. All right. Of which is quite a ways away from me. I had to take a Greyhound all the way out there, and it took me a few hours to get there. But it was cool. She's in this really, really old fucking house, right? And this old dude was the owner. And it was a house so old that it had a separate stairwell with like a hidden door for the maids. Well, apparently one of the maids had decided to use the normal stairs one day, and he shoved her down the stairs, and she ended up dying, right? Well, he still lives there, right? He's dead, but he still lives there. And the girl I was seeing at the time, her room was like right here, and then there's like a little hallway kind of thing with like an overhang to like the stairs, because the stairs are right here, and like his room was right here, his office. There was one wooden chair in there, and there was like a banister so that you could like technically go over the banister. Wouldn't though, I wouldn't want to. And in his room there's one wooden chair, and if you left for more than like 30 seconds and looked back, that chair is in a different spot. Sometimes it'd be facing you. Well, her and I had just experienced something with who I call Buddy, right? After it was the first time I ever drew what he looks like, all right? And it was a very shitty situation that creeped us both out a lot. And like the window broke, there was no trees or nothing like that. We're 3 or 4 stories up, right? And the window broke inwards towards us. It wasn't a windy night or nothing. Just window broke in towards us, and we heard that same scream howl sound that I heard when I was 10, right? And we were like, oh hell no, right? So we went to go down the stairs, and as we got to the stairs, she said that she saw a hand, like a handprint on the back of my shirt, shove me down the stairs, because I went flying down the fucking stairs. And I, of course, luckily I used to do parkour at the time, so I get to the bottom of the stairs and just kind of landed and did a roll right into the wall though, and I got up and I ran back up because I felt something push me. She's like, there was a hand, and I was just like, I looked right at the door of that guy's room, right? And the chair was right inside the doorway facing the stairs. I went over and said, fuck you, and I booted the chair right back into the room, right? And then I grabbed her by the hand, and we both grabbed a railing on either side and went down the stairs, right? Because like, fuck you, Mr. Ghost, all right? Like, you might be able to affect me. Most things can't, all right? But fuck you. I ain't afraid of no ghost, all right? Like, Ghostbusters exist for a reason, and I've seen those losers, all right? Like, I can handle better than that, all right? I ain't afraid of some old man. I can beat up an old man that's alive. I can beat up an old man that's dead, all right? Like, I don't give a shit. I will rub salt all over your damn room if I need to, all right? Eat shit, right? Mr. Spooky Scary Ghost Boy, fuck off, right? So I ain't afraid of ghosts by any means. So it be what it be, but that's something I don't like fucking with, because I don't have a way to go against it, right? Not with my practice. Other shit, I'm like, yeah, my practice can kind of push those things away, but for some reason, it doesn't affect ghosts. And I'm like, I'm not gonna mess with that. That's why I don't really touch spirit boxes or nothing. Alright, so it is not letting me scroll up. Hold up. So let me catch up with what Cute Witch Girl was saying, then I'll read Kitsune stuff. So, talked for about 45 minutes. Then we heard another voice. It was angry. It made threats. I didn't know I was pregnant. It threatened to take my child. Sure enough, I miscarried. I went back and fought with whatever that angry voice was. I was furious, screamed, cried, told it to do its worst. The next week, my car crashed because the brakes failed. When my car was looked over, the mechanic told me that the brakes never should have failed. So yeah, my best friend and I noticed some consistency, like what time things would happen at repetitive birds. We tried for years to figure out what it was. We never could. For some reason, he just left after a while. We don't know why. Maybe you just kind of like you just kind of like strong-armed him. You just kind of existed and dealt with it. And you were like, ain't gonna affect me much, bitch. I'm around. Like, maybe that's what it was, right? Alright, so Kitsune says, I live on one of the 1812 battlefields. Fucking, I'd exercise the fuck out of that douche. Yeah, that demon thing. She's like, no, I wanted to die. Well, yeah, but like, you still stuck it out because, well, you're a stubborn ass bitch and that's why I'm into you. I've only ever been touched by a spirit, actually twice. Once in high school and once on church grounds. Interesting. But yeah, that spooky scary thing decided to mess around with Cute Witch Girl's interactions with her you know, fiance that ended up, you know, passing. So she was like, fuck this guy, right? That is my time with my mans. Basically, I had a vision of my mother bursting into flames when I was a kid. About a week later, she left and I never saw her again. Not sure if that's supernatural, but it sure felt bizarre. That would be kind of alarming, at the very least. That would be pretty alarming. I don't know how I'd feel about that. I mean, at the very least, it would throw me off. Well, you'd think with how much caffeine is in my system, I'd wake up, but sure enough, nope. Still a sleepy boy. The guy at my high school was someone who died in the school. I think he was a teacher who drowned in the school pool, but I saw him come out a sealed doorway into the gym. I was sitting out on the stairs away from the action because I hated gym, and he came and sat next to me. Huh. That would be a little alarming, but like, what the fuck is this? Don't talk to me, I don't know you. Stranger danger. So yeah, 18 years now, still don't know where she is. Damn, son. I'm sorry about that. If it means anything, K9, I'll be your mom. I'm sorry, that was a bad joke. But no, I mean, you've managed. You're a strong person. You and I have talked for hours at a time. Like, you're a strong individual, and I don't think you'd be who you are today if it wasn't for the consequences of everything that's happened in your life, right? Like, sure, sometimes shit sucks, but you become a very strong individual because of it. You've pushed forward and pushed through, and you are who you are because of it, right? And who knows, maybe we wouldn't have gotten along if all this shitty things didn't happen, right? So, I don't know. I still love and appreciate you. You're still my friend. He tried to talk to me, but he looked like a misty figure with a gaping fish mouth. The only clear image was his eyeballs. I tried to ignore him, but he didn't like that. He grabbed my wrist and his touch felt like a burning cold. I would have been like stranger danger and bitch slapped him. Fuck that ghost boy. What I missed, I was eating. Wow, Geki. Wow. Says he'll buy me dinner. Eats him for himself instead. Gotta go make me like a tuna sandwich when I go back upstairs. Not all too much. We were talking about like scary stories that other people have encountered. Witch Girl has talked about some of her stuff. K9 has talked about some of his stuff. Kitsune has talked about some of hers. I talked about the time that I got pushed down the stairs by a ghost and came up and told him to fuck off. It was pretty neat. It's been eventful past a little bit. Got about 20 minutes or so left in the stream, I believe. So I pulled away and continued to ignore him, but as I did, he put a hand on top of my head and turned me to look at him. He was right up in my face. Girl, this is where you gotta be like, the power of Christ compels you, and just like knock him one. Nah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm thinking like maybe at one point I'll have like, I like having like my everyday carry, you know, like I've got my COVID mask, I got like my pocket knife, I got like my keys, you know, I've got like my lighter, I've got my multi-tool, I got my phone, I got my random shit that's in my wallet, like my like Allen key, bobby pin, shit like that. Obviously my wallet, you know, got my everyday carry, but I want to get like, it's not like a fanny pack because fanny pack goes on your waist. It's more of like this really cool like leg bag type thing. Like it's like, I don't know, it looks like something out of Final Fantasy, you know, like it just straps to your leg. I want one of those. I wanted to have like prepared with like shit that I can use. Right? Obviously, you need some first aid stuff, you know, a little bit of super glue in case you ever cut yourself open pretty far. But like, I just want to have like some salt, you know, maybe some like a ruby or something like that, spiritual shit, you know, runes, whatever, a bunch of cool shit that'd be useful, you know. Then if something comes at me, be like, ha, salt, you know, like now what you gonna do? Right? Also works on people. Ever gotten salt in your eyes? You know, like so I said, I can't hear you, and he looked shocked and said and sad. So he got up and walked away. Oh, well then. You can see him, but you can't hear him. So you threw him off. You're like, bro, fuck off. Like, I ain't part of this. I'm ignoring you for a reason. I can't understand you. I mean, that would be pretty scary though. I don't know if I'd want to handle something like that. That'd be shitty. Gotten sand in my eyes, does that count? You know what? If I throw sand in your eyes, that's a good defense. Maybe I'll have a little pocket sand. you know, self-defense, pocket sand. No, man. Ah, well. Gotta find my music again. There we go. Just waiting for ads to go by. The only time I was touched was during a ghost walk in the next town over. Our guide was talking about a priest who haunts the church grounds, making sure no teenagers cause trouble. And they thought you would cause trouble? Have you met you? I don't think you could cause trouble. Too innocent. During his talk, I felt someone leaning on my shoulder. It was so much I was actually tilting. Damn, that would be... I'm not okay with that. Like, get off me, old man. Damn spooky ghost boy. See, what really sucks about like wearing a hat like this is I always feel like I'm wearing it off center. Because of, like that. But I know that I can feel the back isn't in the wrong spot. It just looks weird in camera. But it's because like the thing right here is like one over, so it's like off centered. So you would think that it would be even, but I guess not. I looked over at the source, unable to see anything, but I whispered, "Please stop," and he did. When I looked back up, the guide was looking right at me, smiling. I don't know if I'd be happy about that. I'd be like, you just let an old priest man touch me. I later learned he's a sensitive too and could see the priest leaning on me. Ah. Well then. He should have told him to stop. Because you're a little girl. That's fucked up. Well, not really a little girl, but you know what I'm saying. Like, you're... It's not okay, you know? Like, that's a no bueno kind of thing, homie. Like, I'll be like, this is a petite female. Get off of her. Though maybe he was doing it to be like, hey, I can tell you're sensitive, you know? Not you're sensitive. You are a sensitive, you know? Be able to sense shit and whatnot. But it'd be what it be. I don't know, I've always been like easy to connect with that kind of shit. Ghosts aren't really something I've always been good with, but like I can like tell when they're there kind of thing. Like a presence at the very least. Yeah. Got about 14 minutes left before stream is done. Learned a lot from about the supernatural and how to interact with them. We kept in contact for a couple of years. Well, that's good. That's actually really nice. It's always nice when you get to like have those types of connections. There's a lot of my friends that I used to talk with a lot that I kind of wish I still had kept in touch with. I know there was this one girl that back when I was in high school, she was a couple years older than me. She was my first ever tarot card reading. And not that I've always been... Because there's different ways of doing tarot card readings, and I don't obviously put it down. Cute Witch Girl has done a tarot card reading of me.
Why are you giving me money?
Geki, thank you for the 420, homie. I appreciate it. We're at 920 out of 50 on being able to play Wind Waker, guys. Oh shit. Been able to see them since I was about 5. Well, see, that's the thing. Like, as a kid, I used to play with 2 little ghost kids, right? In our old house, like it was haunted, right? And I've told this story enough times that I don't think I need to tell it again. But my little brother and I used to play with like a little boy and a little girl that lived in our house, right? Supernatural ghost things, right? But I mean, I think all kids are able to connect with that. I think it's just like something about like innocence or whatever, being able to connect with that plane. So I don't know if that really counts. But like, I don't know. I've been able to tell when there's like a presence, but I can't always like see it. But I can see like an aura of it, not it itself. Or like I can sense energies and I can see that shit, right? So it's really funny though, that people can't tell what my aura is, but I've also got an MPD, not a DID. It's developed into an MPD because I never technically had a DID, but you know, whatever. Where I just swap and it'll be like a different color immediately. They're like, what the fuck? So I love messing with people. Oh, so like Lucario from Pokemon? Sure. One little girl in my aunt's current house who I can communicate with telepathically. She creepy as fuck though and crazy strong. Probably low-key a demon. I think most little girls are demons, so makes sense. But no, so there was the first ever tarot card reading I got. I believe her name was like Maria or something like that. She wasn't into social media. She didn't even have a cell phone. All right, she was like a straight up hippie, right? But not just like any hippie. Like she was like, I know she was Wiccan, but it's some like off branch of Wiccan. Not like how there's off branches of pagan because there's different pagan things and Wiccan is the most common one, but she's like a different type. I don't know. I don't know enough about all of that, right? I'm sure Cute Witch Girl would have a better understanding of all that, but it doesn't matter. It's not important to the story. And she did a tarot card reading. I was like, oh, that's kind of neat. And then it turned out like a lot of it was like fairly close to what ended up happening. And I was like, oh shit. And then when I ended up getting another tarot card reading from Cute Witch Girl, I think it was a few months back, some of that was very fucking accurate. I was like, oh shit. So, I only had one other truly weird cryptid-esque encounter, which was when I saw some weird animal out of the moors. What is a moors? Like it seriously fucked me up. It was a ram, as in the sheep, but with a bundle of cables hanging from a massive tear in its belly, and it was lugging a car battery attached to the end of the cables. It walked past me at night after I went for a walk. I ain't messing with no like mechanical supernatural shit. I can barely handle normal stuff, right? Like I'm a techromancer, but I ain't fucking with that. Like this phoenix right here, I can bring her back, but I'm not messing with an animal that decided to like merge itself with her. She's gone then. Hell no. That is too fucky wucky for me. Also, just as a reminder for everyone, please do not sub to the channel or drop bits. We will be getting rid of our Twitch contract on the 15th. But if you have better TTV installed on your Google Chrome browser, which, I mean, if you're using Twitch, you really should be using it anyways. We should probably have a chat then. My brain just stopped working. I don't know what we're talking about. But legit want to draw that sheep. That does sound kind of cool, actually. But if you guys have better TTV installed on Google Chrome, which you probably should if you use Chrome and you use Twitch, you should have better TTV installed. You will have nearly all of the channel emotes, by the way, because those are all set up. So you don't need to sub to use the emotes anymore. You never heard the term Moors? No, I have not. I mean, it's the name of a clothing store here in Canada, but you gotta remember, we also live in vastly different countries, right? Like, what do you guys call a bundle of sticks? Think about that one. All right, like, the Moors have to be portal between realms, I swear. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Yeah, Cute Witch Girl, we should have a chat. I want to have a chat with you. I want to talk with you more. I want to hang out with you more. Because, like, I know that you said your phone is glitching out, but, like, I don't know. I sent you messages and you don't reply, and I'm like, that's my girl, though. I just want to talk to her and see her more. Yeah. But no, K9, if you wouldn't mind explaining what Moors are. Not wars, Moors. Moors? Moors. Whatever that is. Because my brain just thinks of a cow. Because cows are Moors. Cows are removers? No. Cows are mooers. It's the kind of swampy lands in England, Scotland. A lot of creepy shit is out there. Oh, okay. It's a bog. It's a bog. Filter just popped out slightly. No, more rocky. Yeah, it's a rocky bog. All right. Right, like Rocky Bog. All right. So if you've seen The Never-Ending Story, squishy sometimes. Okay. It was actually a bog. Oh no, oh fuck, I can't get into that story actually, because that'll dox me. Damn it. All right, long story short, there's a bog that isn't far from me where Bigfoot was sighted back in like the early 2000s. Okay, that's all I'm gonna get into. I can't say more than that because it's It's really cool. But it's like, goddamn. It's generally on beds of rock, so it's like fields on top of rocky. Okay, okay. Yeah, so when it rains, it gets all shitty. Fair enough. Okay. So it's just like an occasional swamp. A rocky occasional swamp. Fair enough. Yeah, I didn't know that. Mind you, I don't know a whole lot of things, right? Like, I live my entire life inside of a house, so... Which is weird, considering how much I know about the outdoors and how to survive in it. I don't know a lot of the words for things. Like, if you need me to survive out in the wilderness, I can do it on my own. Like, I know how to make, like... I know how to make a bow out of, like, shit that I can find. I know how to make rope out of shit that I can find. I know how to make a shelter. I know how to make a proper fire. I know, like, everything. I know how to hunt, you know, like, I know how to set traps. I know how to survive out in the wilderness, but I don't know the name of fuck all. Banshees, demon dogs, probably wraiths and shit out there. Again, banshees are just, like, not what everyone seems to think they are. They're just, like, a rich family thing. And it's like a maid of the past or whatever that has died warns them if there's going to be a death in the family to let them know that they can prevent it. That's like the original lore of what they are. Everything else is just like something people made up, oftentimes like accentuated by stuff from like games like Fable 2 and Fable 1, when you run into the banshees in that. But that really altered the lore of them. It's like video games and like modern texts about stuff, but really banshees are just old maids or housewives that, you know, they've died and they're warning the family, often only rich families. Local legend around here is the black dog, which roams the moors, and if you lock eyes with it, it hunts you down. See, that confuses me, because there's so many different stories of the black dog. Because apparently, whoever in most like English folklore of like the black dog actually stems from like when there's a graveyard, whoever is the first person to be buried in that graveyard has to protect it, right? Whenever there's a new graveyard, their soul is locked there to take care of it, and that is why they often buried a dog in the graveyard first, and that's where the story of the black dog came from. So it would be a guardian, not something to hunt you down, right? But that's very interesting. Yeah. It was like Fido takes you to heaven type idea, you know, like all dogs go to heaven, right? But it's better to trap a dog there than a person, because dogs are always happy to see people. Not every person is happy to see other people, right? At least that's the idea behind it. So a dog would be willing to help you because they care about people, and people are fickle. And just because you died first means that you end up there and you're just trapped there. And it's like, most people want their family to go and see heaven. Their dog, it's just a dog, right? But I'm sitting here, I'm like, that's a part of the family. What the fuck, right? But, you know. But no, that's the original lore of the black dog. I think the black dog will protect the dead, but hunt the living who come into the graveyard at night. I think only if those people have the intention to fuck shit up. Dogs are really good at reading people. Think about it. If your family dog doesn't like somebody, you probably shouldn't like that person. You know? No matter how nice that person is. If the dog doesn't like them, probably shouldn't trust them. Because 9 times out of 10, the dog's right. Right? So if the dog doesn't like you, you probably are a piece of shit. So if the black dog wants to hunt you down, it's probably because you're gonna fuck up the graveyard. You're gonna go in and vandalize shit or whatever. Or you're gonna desecrate something. Dog's like, not happening. That'd be my only understanding why a black dog would hunt someone. Specifically assholes who come to like rob. Yeah, see, exactly what I was saying. Okay, but Apollo doesn't like anyone, and Finn only likes you when you have food. Finn always likes me. What do you mean? Finn hangs out with me all the time, and Apollo has not bit me once, and you told me he bites. Well, shit, my dogs don't like me. Well, Geki, you also kind of suck. No, I'm kidding. I mean, Geki promised me shawarma and didn't even buy it. Oh, God. I don't know. I like bullying Geki. That's a low blow, mouse. He flinches every time you stand up. He sleeps on your legs so he can feel when you get up. I mean, well, yeah, it's because he's a dog that's afraid of men. But, like, he's not, like, he still likes me. I mean, he hangs out with me and he'll look at me and be like, what is she doing? I'm like, I got no clue what she's doing. He's like, alright, cool. Right? And he'll just, like, chill. Cousin's cat loves everyone, but lost her fucking mind when she moved in with her boyfriend. Guess what? Dude turned out to be an abusive dickhead. Yeah, like, animals know. Animals can pick up on that. Like, if you're a piece of shit, animals know.
Oh, thanks for the follow, Kohai.
Hey, wear tag. Thank you for following. I do appreciate it. But yeah, Geki, I just like messing with you, though, homie. But no, animals can pick up on that kind of shit. Okay, I just looked it up. Okay, so the legend is the black dog is the spirit of a dog that was dug up from its resting place. That sounds like a very American way of looking at it. I always thought it was like the graveyard thing that I said. Because, you know, the first person to be buried into a graveyard is now forced to be there forever. They're the ones to look over everyone. And that's why they put dogs there. Mind you, there is also a different black dog story there. I know, dude. Alright, cool. Wait, what is that? Is that a tauntless finger? Yep. Rude. It was, as in the dog was dug up after the fact. Oh, okay. Odd. Huh. Because I know there is also, like, another black dog legend in Europe. I don't know if it's in England or not, but there's, like, one that's out in, the hills or some shit. And it's this massive fucking dog. So it was given a proper grave and disturbed. So the dog got pissed. That is fair. I would get pissed, too. I'd come back and haunt a bitch. But what is that other black dog story? It's like this like massive fucking dog. Not like the normal black dog that you see on the streets, but it's only in like the hills or the mountains or some shit. And like it was even known about with like King Arthur type times. I don't know if it was actually then, but you know what I mean, like old fucking times. I don't know, I remember watching a documentary on it. I don't remember because I watched it when I was like 13 or 14. So Omens, Hellhounds, there's tons. No. It's got a specific name. It's not like a generalized thing. It is one specific animal that is in Europe. I don't remember if it's in England or Wales or if it's in like Germany or some shit. I know it's in Europe, but I'm pretty sure it's on like, you know, the island that England's on. So I'm gonna put the effort into giving you an animal, a nice burial, and some asshole comes and digs it up. Yeah, because I mean that's fair. That's fair. Wasn't the shuck, was it? That's not ringing a bell. Let me look it up real quick. Okay. Legend. Black shuck. English folklore, black shuck, old shock, or simply shuck, is the name given to an East Anglian ghostly black dog, which is said to roam the coastline and the countryside of East Anglia. One of the many ghostly black dogs recorded in folklore across the British Isles. Counts of black shuck form part of the folklore of Norfolk, Suffolk, and Cambridgeshire, Fens, and Essex. The descriptions of the creature's appearance and nature vary considerably. It is sometimes recorded as an omen of death, but in other instances is described as companionable. According to the Oxford English Dictionary, the name shuck derives from the Old English word devil, fiend, root word. Oh, that one-eyed thing looks familiar, so maybe. I don't know if this is quite it. Because this says that he prowls dark lanes and lonesome footpaths. Whereas the one that I know is on like mountains and like large hills. But maybe it's possible. Barghest. Guess nothing in Bargust. I mean, it's possible. it's possible it's the Black Shuck. Because there is an image, artist depiction of the Black Shuck based on W.A. Dutt's description, and this image looks very, it's very familiar to what I've seen in my head when I'm remembering this documentary, which was like a large black dog. I remember 2 red eyes, but this has one really big red eye, which is also ringing a bell. So, like it said, there are a couple of different Hellhound Dog Spirits tales. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if it's this one or not, but this does look like it could be the one I was talking about. I don't know, maybe this is the one I was thinking of. So, could be. Yeah, there's a lot of, like, black dog stories, especially in England. Because I guess y'all just have an affinity for dog spirits, you know, like... Oh, well. Alright, whereabouts are we on time? It is now 10:08, so we should end stream. Because, you know, it is end of stream. So let's go and see who's on the line. Yeah, we British boys love the doggo. That is a fair point. Alright. Let's go and check out, see who's online right now. You know what? Ava is online. Geki's already over there. So let me just hop into here, mute this, and let's drop her a raid. Alright. So normally I would do my like ending stream type thing, but let's just go from IRL, because why the hell not? If I can find raid channel. Alright, start raid. Thank you guys all so much for hanging around for so long. I do appreciate it. If you guys are not already following, do drop a follow. Show Ava a lot of love. She's brand new to streaming. She hasn't even debuted for her like VTuber thing yet. Like she's doing a ping stream right now, I believe. She's great. She's adorable. She's awesome. She's a lava lamp. You can't complain about that. I love y'all. Thank you all so much for hanging around, and I will see you on Monday. I don't really know what we're gonna be doing. We're supposed to be doing Zelda. So we'll probably be doing Zelda. But that should be Zelda one-handed. Yeah. I will see you guys on Monday, I guess. I don't know. If not, I'll be in Discord. I'm going to be in Ava's chat for a little while. So I love you guys. And I will see you later. Bye-bye.